Today's video is my best clips from October 2025. This is a long one, so make sure you grab something to drink, something to eat. Let's get to the videos.
Every time I shut this dang door, it opens right back up. I'm gonna show you. Ready? See? Whoa!
And remember, kids, the next time that somebody tells you the government wouldn't do that, oh yes they would.
Definitely real about that.
I'm really about to show y'all why we need to move out of America. Look at this. They're selling lion chops. They're taking exotic animals and cutting them up and putting them in our local grocery stores.
Oh man.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué señor qué? El señor está viendo todos nosotros Ay, Dios.
Talk about a new fear unlock. That literally looked like an interdimensional being eye staring at the planet. That is a huge crocodile.
We're either living in a simulation or this is the sketchiest, most coincidental timed tweet we have ever seen in our lives. So this is Josh Hammer. He was in the group chat that Candace Owens dropped a screenshot of Charlie basically saying that he's done being bullied by Israel 48 hours before he got shot. The day before Charlie got shot, he pulls out a tweet from Donald Trump from 12 years ago. I don't even know how you find this. Should be public execution for all to see. You will end this BS fast. And he says based. And then the day after, when Charlie Kirk got shot, he says public execution. Josh Hammer is very outspoken about saying that Candace and Tucker and everyone else is lying about Charlie and Israel. So it just makes these tweets a little sketchy, very coincidental, I guess.
I still think it's something weird about how Kirk got killed like that. Something is off about it. And I fear that we may never know. I hope we find out.
A child that's transgender.
Absolutely.
And that's, you know, that warms my heart, particularly as a black man.
You serious?
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
The European Space Agency might have just showed us something they weren't supposed to. Since the US government conveniently shut down just days before the Mars flyby of 3I Atlas and told us they're not going to give us updates on it anymore, the good old ESA released this video just a few days after it flew by Mars, using their ExoMars trace gas orbiter. And just watch what happens when we zoom it in. No video enhancements applied whatsoever. Is anyone else seeing what I'm seeing? Surely this is just a photography lighting glitch, right? And like, where is China in all this? They do have an active orbiter around Mars, the Tianwen-1. Wouldn't this be just like the best opportunity for them to flex on us, showing us the clearest photos of 3I Atlas yet? But no, radio silence from the CNSA, China's National Space Administration. So they either somehow didn't take the photo on time, or they did, saw what it was, and didn't want to show anyone else. And still other online detectives pulled this image from NASA's official Mars Perseverance rover's online public library, dated Seoul 1643, October 4th, 2025. The exact.
To me, it looked like a biblical accurate angel, personally. with all the way the balls of light are moving.
What's going on in Thailand? Anybody told me that this is a natural rock formation has lost their mind. There is no way. So the locals actually go and pray to it. They think that it is a divine, ancient snake. But you think it's a rock? I mean, look at that. You can clearly see the eye bred up. What kind of natural rock formation is this? You can see the nose. You can see the eye. It's like a T-Rex. Hey Brenda, you gotta ask yourself a question. Why would locals go and pray if it was just a natural rock formation, bro? Do the maths. I tried to tell you that in Thailand, especially, you can find giant snakes. And you didn't believe me. But when I say I got your ass, I've got your ass.
That is no way that is a rock formation. That is definitely a giant petrified snake.
Does anybody know what's happening? Do you guys know? Guys, this is crazy. Does anybody know what's happening? Do you guys know? Holy crap. Holy crap, it's like a light show. It's all over the place. This is out of control. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. What is happening? Am I going out of my mind, or are all the stars moving? This is the coolest thing. This is the coolest thing.
It's been 12 hours since Jordan Peterson has been on life support. Now it's breaking news that he's been struck with multiple deadly diseases while recovering from other deadly diseases. So he somehow got more, and multiple of them. He's most likely not going to recover. It seems like millions of people are bringing up the point that he said this. Jordan Peterson begged Netanyahu to give the Palestinians hell, but the order has bounced right back. For saying they hope he repents and recovers. Yeah, it is insane he took that political take. It is kind of ridiculous telling to give the Palestinians hell, because you're not just talking about the terrorists and bad people. You're talking about innocent children that you're saying give hell to, which is just absolutely insane. And a lot of people are saying he's getting his karma for saying something like that, but obviously he probably didn't mean give the children hell, right guys? Yeah. A lot of people are pointing out it's probably because he was only eating steak every day, wasn't healthy after all, which I think is a big point. He said beef. Remember, he was like, I eat beef every day. And the reporter was like, are you okay? He's like, I'm not okay. Like, bro, I don't know.
There's a theory that anytime you have sleep paralysis is because a demon is trying to attack you.
Chill.
So check this out. So they have a video. This is wild though. Like, I hope this isn't real, but it's scary.
What is it? Like they literally see it?
This guy is in sleep paralysis, and he's been having sleep paralysis so many times throughout the week. So he decides, okay, I'm going to get one of those cameras that can see beyond. It's one of those
like
cameras that can thermal. Yeah. And it will be able to show if anything's there, trying to catch a ghost or whatever. Cause he's like, why am I always having sleep paralysis? Cause it always feels like somebody's pressing on my chest. Usually that's what people feel whenever they have it. Look at this video right here.
Sleep paralysis, something I'm certain each and every one of you has experienced at least once in your life.
Yo. So you can see his chest moving.
As you can see.
And then there's like a figure. It's like a translucent figure. And it's right on top of his chest. And it's pushing him. And then he wakes up after. So you can see it on this end, and you can see it through the camera.
Oh, that's
this.
The actual proof that demons.
And then walks away, and then that's when he wakes up. Fuck. So it really could be things that you don't see.
That would explain some things about sleep paralysis in my personal experience. I've only had it a few times. Both times I did feel like somebody was putting their chest on me. And where I lived at the time, where it was happening most frequent, wasn't the best surroundings. I had people around me who was jealous of me, and they wish ill intentions for me. So I'm not really surprised I was getting sleep paralysis so much. Once I moved, it went away. So
I know I said the skies in Australia were some of the most beautiful I've ever seen, but what's going on right now? Like, What is this? There's a start point like here, and it's just like a ripple effect that is just scattered throughout the whole of Brisbane going that way. If you're seeing this video on the same day, Thursday, when this video goes out, post your picture in the comment section, because I want to see what it looks like when the sun's setting. Because this looks mad right now. This looks fucking crazy, right? I've just never seen the like. There's even some shading going on. Look at the shading on the ripple effect. I know there's something going on, but I'm fucking here for it, bro. Like, fucking, look at this picture. Woo. Oh yeah, man, I'm here for it. It looks pretty cool, but yeah, something dodgy going on, isn't there? But let's not get down that rabbit hole, ladies and gents. Post your photo in the comment section. See you in the next one.
Got a little like a glitch in the Matrix.
The Philippines just got hit with a massive earthquake, y'all. So I'm praying for the people in the Philippines right now, because on top of the earthquake, they are calling for a tsunami. It ain't nothing worse than having a ground shake and then water coming in right after. They are advising everybody in the Philippines to get to the highest ground possible. They said this tsunami is like 50-50, and you don't want to play with that. If they say it was 5%, I'm still going up. What? But then at the same time, you just had an earthquake that was a 7.6. So now you can't even trust the buildings. And I would say I hope people know how to swim, but in that situation with a tsunami, it doesn't even matter if you Michael Phelps. At this time, it doesn't matter where you live at. It's like these events is becoming more and more normal. We've been seeing tsunamis, earthquakes, fires, floods, you name it. This just happened not too long ago. So I will keep y'all updated, because I know it's going to be some crazy videos. Hey, everybody pray for them people in the Philippines.
I hope they get the help they need.
This is insane. AI-powered self-driving police cars are officially here. Miami just rolled out the first ever autonomous patrol vehicle in the United States, and it doesn't even need a cop behind the wheel. It's called the PUG, short for Police Unmanned Ground Patrol Partner, a Ford Explorer-based robot police cruiser built by Policing Lab and Perron Robotics. This thing can patrol high-crime areas, it can scan license plates, it can detect stolen cars, and even launch a drone into the sky, all while feeding real-time data back to command centers. It's packed with thermal imaging, 360-degree cameras, and an AI that can recognize patterns, identify suspicious activity, and alert human officers when backup is needed. Officials call it a force multiplier, designed to enhance officer safety and free deputies from repetitive patrol work so that they can focus on human interaction. Now, for now, it's part of a one-year pilot program in Miami-Dade, where it'll appear at public events as police gather community feedback. Now, some see this as the future of law enforcement, others as a step toward sort of RoboCop territory. But one thing is for sure, Miami's newest recruit doesn't eat donuts, doesn't take breaks, and never blinks. The age of AI policing has officially begun.
I swear the new technology we get is getting more and more dystopian every week.
The following footage comes from a young woman named Haley. Around 2:40 in the morning, her toddler woke her up screaming with night terrors. He saw something in the corner of the room that only he could see, but whatever it was absolutely terrified him. This video is kind of hard to watch, but something was there, and again, only he can see. As a parent, many of us have been here before. What would you do? Take a look at this footage, comment below, tell me what you think.
What is it? Baby, there's nothing in here. There's nothing in here. Okay, I don't see it.
My girl.
Maybe leave out the room. Maybe that will calm the child down. I've had something that happen with my daughter when she started screaming out of nowhere. I checked the entire apartment in her direction, didn't see anything. But you know what they say, kids can see things that adults can't. So maybe it was something around that house. Maybe you need to sage or pray in your house. And that's what we did afterwards too, because you just never know what type of energy is seeping into your house.
This, we're being told, is a video of an invisibility cloak. One of several videos just like this that I found online, Boochkies.
I know that feeling too well.
So this video right here is supposedly a leaked video of an extraterrestrial interrogation by the KGB. If you look at it, it look like they got him tied up. I don't know, this could be real. Definitely the features look crazy.
Because we're aliens. That's so many. TV is slowly rotting your brain and turning it into a slimy, gooey, mushy blob of pudding, and there's nothing you can do about it. See? I just told you what was happening, and you're still watching TV. Amazing.
They're finally rotting your brains, just like Mom promised they would.
They show it right in front of our faces, and people still don't listen.
And show y'all that the picture came from in the back of my fucking yard. Let me see if I can flip this bitch around. That's the exact motherfucking spot now. That's my backyard. I'm zooming in a little piece. This is the exact spot that I just... This dog. What in the fuck? This is the exact spot that I just...
At first, I thought it was smoke because they were smoking, but I don't think that's the case. It literally like something running from left to right. I even slow-moed it for this video, and I still don't know what that is. I can see why they was freaked out so much.
Hey, get your head back in there. Ew. What's in your mouth? Ew, what's in your mouth? Ew, gross. Ew, did you spit that at me?
Scary birds. This looked extremely disturbing. It looked like it's just like hanging human bodies of meat or something. Those masks look too real. They really do make you wonder if you seeing real people or not. And that's AI. Now that's believable considering the way he be acting.
I have some bad news that sounds really scary, but it's gonna be okay. A couple of months ago, in December, astronomers discovered a new asteroid. It's called 2024 YR4, and of course, immediately they started calculating its chances of hitting Earth. And the math that they came to caused the International Asteroid Warning Network to issue its first ever asteroid impact warning notification. This asteroid is between 40 and 90 meters across, and it has between a 1.3 and a 1.6% chance of impacting Earth on December 22nd, 2032. So this is now officially the most hazardous asteroid that we know about in terms of impact probability and impact energy. Astronomers can see this asteroid right now, but unfortunately it is moving away from us right now, and so after April, it's going to get too far away and it's going to be really hard to study. So astronomers have until then to refine their calculations using every tool and telescope available to them. And the asteroid will become more visible again in the year 2028 with that potential impact in 2032. It is a
You know, what's sad is some people out here that are wishing that asteroid hits the planet and wipe us out.
Diddy has just been hit with a brand new lawsuit that is naming Jay-Z, Beyonce, and LeBron James as witnesses of a freak-off. And this is not an April Fool's joke. This lawsuit was actually filed in court today. And it has other defendants listed with Diddy that I'm sure you've heard of before, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. This lawsuit was filed by a man named Joseph Manzaro against Diddy, another man named Eric, Brendan Paul, which is Diddy's alleged substance mule that got arrested after Diddy was raided, Emilio Estefan, and Adria English, the woman that filed the lawsuit against Diddy, who worked as a dancer during Diddy's white parties. This man is alleging that he was given substances and then transported against his will and was a victim of an organized criminal enterprise beginning in 2015, organized and facilitated by the defendants. He alleges that there was a pattern of threats, concealment, manipulation, and psychological coercion that persisted for years. And he is alleging that...
So am I tripping? Or Martin Lawrence and Jamie Foxx have the same exact story? A lot of y'all might be too young to remember this, but in 1999, Jamie Foxx wasn't the only one who went into a coma. Martin Lawrence went into a coma for 3 days while he was on set in 1999. And ironically, after he gets out of the hospital, just as Jamie Foxx did, they both have on this same exact, to the T, brown leather pants and shirt outfit with a chain on. Everything is identical, even down to the fades and the haircut that they got. Hollywood is doing deja vu again. They're running us back the same exact story that they already ran us before. Look how the new Martin Lawrence has 6 necks. This isn't the same person. They got rid of Jamie Foxx and they got rid of Martin Lawrence. They give us the same stories over and over and over again, guys. And if you notice, Jamie mentioned nothing about clones in his documentary. Of course, a clone is not going to call itself a clone. I'm just telling you guys, Hollywood keeps running us the same exact story. What's the odds of them both being in a coma and making a comedy special after they got out of the hospital?
Yeah, what are the odds of both of them? Didn't they both go in comas? Like, what odds of that happening? And what odds of them wearing the exact same outfit or close enough? You could be like, well, that's just a style of black men or whatever. But I don't think that's the case. They probably have a wardrobe that does all that for them. So there's a lot of coincidence. But as you know, this channel is no such thing as coincidence. So what do you think? And also, I want to say about the previous video, I'm sorry, but the P. Diddy one, that was her video. It just cut off like that. So I couldn't find a part 2 of it yet. So if I do, I'll let you guys know.
4 plus 7 equals 11 times 3 equals... It took them 33 hours to find Tyler in the year of the snake. In Snake Eyes, you got also a Tyler, a specific one. And Kirkland got unalived in the exact same spot. Like him, you got the 9, you got the 10. One day prior to the anniversary of this event, and the nation was divided again. Is this a time or position? 2 floors, 2 floors, 3 floors, 3 floors. He said to Charlie Kirk, and I'll see you in Valhalla. This Valhalla on Goat Island? Coincidentally the same island you are seeing on Tyler's screen on this picture. And, oh, I got the wrong pictures, I'm sorry. Charlie Kirk left a grieving wife with this symbol on her hand and beautiful rings.
Bunch of coincidences. If you're enjoying content like this, I make several videos out of the week. It would be so cool if you hit the sub button and join me on my next video.
Guys, do not update your iPhone until you've watched this. Apple is in yet another new scandal today because people who have updated to the new iOS 17.5 are saying that it's brought back old photos that they've deleted. Just think about that for a second. And these aren't pictures that they just deleted in the last 30 days. The person who started this Reddit thread says they permanently deleted very sensitive pictures they made with their partner 3 years ago in 2021, but after updating to the latest iOS, they magically reappeared in the recent Photos album. And it's not just them, it seems there's a bunch more. One said full pictures they deleted in 2010 reappeared repeatedly, and another person said, and warning, this is by far the most terrifying one, they completely wiped their iPad using official Apple guides before selling it to a friend. That friend called him today after updating their iPad, asking why his old pictures have suddenly appeared in their photos. And some of those photos included some revealing images. So if you have a family member or friend with one of your old devices, maybe it's time to give them a call.
The real concerning thing to me about all that is that when you delete something, it doesn't go away. They claim it does. They claim, oh, it's deleted forever. But clearly somewhere deep within some of their servers, they managed to keep them. But why? So maybe Apple isn't as private and values privacy as much as they claim they do.
Oh, you son of a bitch. They're doing a full lockdown of the UK. So listen to this one now. They're not just introducing the UK digital ID. They're saying that every UK citizen has to be in bed by 10 p.m. They are also looking to turn off the TV and internet by 10 o'clock. They claim it's to reduce digital addiction. They say too many people are spending far too much time online. But they don't just stop there. They're saying by April 2026, they're going to be stopping Google Maps, GPS, and all satellite navigational systems. Why are they doing this? They say anybody breaking this law or found awake after 10 p.m. will be fined on the spot. They say even the internet suppliers will be supporting the UK government by informing them who's online and who is active past 10 p.m. And in some cases, they're just going to turn off your internet completely. So it seems that there's more to worry about than the digital ID. It seems that they're going to be doing a full lockdown on the UK.
What? There's no way that's real, right? I gotta check this out. Hold on real quick. Okay, I had to read the article because I just was like, there's no way that's real. Partially real. It appears it's for people that are under 16. Why are you dictating when my child can do anything? Like, they start off saying it's about the kids, but we all know that's just an act to try to control everything. What is going on over in the UK?
It's real convenient that nobody is speaking about what's going on in Alaska right now. No news coverage, nothing. So a typhoon hit Alaska with Category 4 hurricane winds. And if you know what a typhoon is, you know what a typhoon can do. This typhoon destroyed several native villages in Alaska. Jump down the rabbit hole. You'll see people's homes floating. You'll also see plots where homes used to be not there anymore. And again, you'll see that nobody's talking about this. The only people that's talking about this is on social media. Mind you, they're saying over 20 people are unaccounted for. They can't find them. Missing. Gone. But guess what? It might be way more than 20 people that's missing. It might be way more than 20 people that lost their lives. Now, you also got to remember that FEMA was defunded. No news coverage. And they're saying that help is supposedly on the way. But if nobody's reporting these stories, letting people know what's going on, how do we know that help is really going to get there? Let me say this to you again. Homes are being swept away. This typhoon brought hurricane winds and flooding to Alaska in rural areas. Alaskans need help. We need to get this message out there. I
swear, TikTok is the first place where you learn about things that you won't learn about or get covered anywhere. Because I didn't even know, first of all, I didn't know hurricanes could hit Alaska or typhoons, same thing. But I looked it up online, and it is some articles about it, but it's after people on TikTok talked about it. And like I said, no news coverage is talking about it. I haven't seen any videos, nothing. Regardless, I hope they get the help that they need, and the people that are perished, rest in peace.
And they tell you the truth, like always.
The alien ambassador is already here. Whoa. Not her. Him.
Hey, what's up, dude? You're an alien? All famous people are aliens. I'm not. I meant like really famous people.
It's just so obvious. I'll show you more in a second. But really quick, let me ask you this. Why is every Super Bowl, every Olympics, and any other main event always consumed by aliens? And of course, they're showing me mantis aliens. Teen girl abducted by praying mantis aliens. And this right here was the first alien commercial for the Super Bowl. Look at his hand. Why would he do that? It's not rocket science, y'all. They're saying that all the famous people are alien because they're not of this earthly plane, but of this outer dimension. And you know, these white aliens are supposed to be the good aliens out of all the other aliens that help humanity. Kind of like, you know, when those fallen angels came down to help humanity. And white trying to appear pure because, you know, Satan masquerades as an angel of light. Remember, like, Kendrick was surrounded by the people in white the entire time and they were the only ones left standing? Not everyone that looks human is human, and there's a great delusion coming in. They're straight up telling you. Remember Lil Wayne?
Same what we got with AI and CGI, and now everybody can make videos with Sora and Chinese video AI. It's really hard to tell what's real and not real. And the fact that they throw in that face, you could literally have a video of somebody on TikTok that's an alien, and we really wouldn't know if it's real or not. And I'm still convinced that is the only reason why they brought out video creation through AI and just gave it to everybody. Why would you give such a powerful tool to everybody? That just don't make sense to me.
The healthcare industry better watch out because there's a new giant in town that's about to shake things up. Today, November 8th, Amazon announced that it is launching its healthcare services to Prime members for only $9 per month. It's called One Medical, and you get unlimited 24-hour access to virtual visits at no extra charge. You can be seen and treated for the common cold, skin issues, allergies, cold sores, and more. You even get unlimited access to urgent video chats if you have minor injuries or a fever. When I was reading this article, I was wondering if you go to the virtual visit and you need medication, is that covered? Well, it turns out that they're offering something called RX Pass, where you get access to generic prescriptions for an additional $5 per month. They also already have over 200 physical locations in case you need to go see somebody in person. All you have to do is go online and make an appointment, and you will get an appointment to one of their clinics same day or next day. They're just starting out, but here's a list of locations where they have their clinics currently around the United States. You can see here that it's mostly in big cities, but they do have big plans to branch out over the next couple of years. If you're not a Prime member, you
Very interesting strategy by Amazon. They are trying to take over everything. Now, health field, I mean, first they had the generic pharmaceuticals, which are great. I know them and Mark Cuban had something that made it so you can get cheaper generic pills, which is great. But I don't know. That seems pretty crazy to me, because how well is that going to work? It's already a lot of, if you have health insurance, you already can get virtual care. But unlimited plus only $5 a month to get medicine to you, that definitely can help some people. We'll see in time if that works or not. I don't know, but seemed like it could be a good idea. But it is Amazon, so take what I say with a grain of salt.
How is this John Cena's lookalike if they actually look alike? People are saying that this is John Cena's lookalike. How is this possible, guys? What the shut up! Listen, stop playing around. Who did this? Who pulled these John Cena's together like this? What the? Yo, something's going on out here with John Cena, guys. John Cena knows what's up. What's going on, John Cena? How is there so many of you that look alike? This is what people are saying, guys. I don't know where they got this from, but that looks just like you. People people are even saying that you have a twin brother. I ain't never seen him before. I don't know John Cena, but I know that you've become a great actor after you stopped wrestling. Remember? Ernest? Remember this movie, Ernest Goes to Jail? What the? Shh! Shut up! You see it, guys. You see it for yourself. What's this about? What is this? Nah, B, I better never see this many John Cenas in the room, ever. Because there's no way that's your look-alike when you actually look alike. And everything is alike. Only thing he's missing is a hat. Matter of fact, which one is the real John Cena? Could you tell me that? This video is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what is going on, but people are saying that's his look-alike, but they actually look alike. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think about this. I'm out.
This is crazy. Your family starts falling ill, so you set up a hidden camera. That guy right there is Zuming Lee. He's a PhD chemistry student. And this is him injecting powerful opioids, methadone, hydrocodone underneath his neighbor's door. You see, Zuming Lee was deeply bothered by the noises coming from his upstairs neighbor Abdullah and their newborn daughter. Lee complained about footsteps, creaking toilet, and moving furniture. He couldn't sleep at night. He was going insane. After multiple noise complaints and confrontations, Lee could not handle it anymore. He took matters into his own hands, injecting powerful opioid medications underneath Abdullah's door that he procured from a chemistry lab as a chemistry student. Abdullah's family started to complain of nausea, dizziness, headaches. They had no idea what was going on as their daughter was vomiting, stopped eating, and was losing all of her hair. So he planted this camera, and after this video, Zuming Lee was arrested, expelled from USF, and his student visa revoked. He was then deported back to China in 2023. The kicker is that he's never faced any further legal consequences in the US. And there's no evidence that he faced any legal action whatsoever when he returned to China either.
Definitely should have got charged while he was here, but hey, he back in China, he can stay over there. What he don't tell you, the person that did this video, is that even though that, I can't remember his name, the Chinese person complained about the noise from his upstairs neighbor, they allowed the landlord to go downstairs to the Chinese person apartment and have the person upstairs walk around normal and everything else, and the landlord couldn't hear nothing. So that Chinese dude was just crazy. Long story short, he was just crazy. He was hearing stuff. So he got so mad he did that. I couldn't imagine somebody doing that to my family. I probably would be, I gotta watch what I say on YouTube, but you know what I'm trying to say. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say.
Please open the door immediately. I'm being chased by something.
Who is this?
I'm no one. Just let me in. It was like 9 feet tall, big almond eyes. I'm telling you, it's right out there. Please open the door now.
Fighting at the dental office? That's crazy. That's why I don't like FedEx delivering none of my stuff. They stay damaging stuff. Now that's a new nightmare. I'm glad she okay, because that was like it was inches from her eyes.
And then did you just say you an Illuminati?
Yup.
Why would you say that?
Because it's the truth.
Oh my god.
Would you like to know more?
Nope. No, I don't. I want to stay far away.
Why you doing your hands like that? You doing why you throwing up them hand symbols this morning, Jeff? Why you covering up one eye?
Please don't put me in. Just like I'm not part of that.
Wow. Oh, so wow. You want to play Clueless now?
Please stop,
Okay.
yo. No.
Yeah, mga kabling singo. Unang huli ko.
Oh.
I hope everybody is noticing the same shit I'm noticing. It's something new every day. Now human DNA found in 2 billion year old meteorite. Now let's just say, for instance, what if our DNA was on a meteorite, the same meteorite that supposedly ended the dinosaurs? Now I'm not saying that's what happened, but someone did tell me a couple years ago that same shit. Like, what if we were on a meteorite, or what if we were the aliens that crash landed on Earth? Like, I was like, nigga, what? But now with this motherfucking shit, I'm like, bro, come on now. So they expect us to believe that we had a trace amount on a meteorite, crashed, and then somehow we were little parasites that grew? Who the fuck be coming up with this shit, bro? I swear they be behind the desk and they just say the most outlandish shit. Nigga, if this was true, this would change the whole reality of life. Do y'all not understand that? I need y'all to comment y'all thoughts down below on this. How do y'all feel? Do y'all think this is real? What do y'all believe? Let me know in the comments, man. No answer is wrong.
It really do seem like it's something new every day, and somebody behind a desk is making this stuff up. But unfortunately, even though I think that's an interesting theory about the meteors and the dinosaurs and humans, I couldn't find any article or anything about DNA on a 2 million old meteorite. Like I said, it seems like they just coming up with stuff. Now it's alien. How they know what alien DNA is? How would they know that?
Steady. Ooh. Steady. Ooh.
Wait a minute, what the f*** you just said? How does that make sense?
Responsibility around, like, what are we going to do as people's jobs start being taken fairly aggressively. Luckily, there's a massive population drop coming, so maybe everything is just fate and it's going to work out okay. But I feel like we might get, like, very, very, very good AI across every pillar of art before there aren't any more people to make art.
Something ain't right. Something is off.
Like how she just said it like it wasn't a big deal. That is a huge deal. But people, we know on this channel that it is a possibility that something like that is happening. We've been saying it for years, that that's what the elites plan on doing. So hopefully they don't. Hopefully it never happens, because that would be horrible.
He's gonna come sit by.
That's crazy.
Try to pet him.
No, that over got the big ass beacon over there.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Who's your celebrity crush? Nick Jonas. And he was really good looking before it was kind of allowed to think he was good looking. Right. Which was a bit of a problem. You kind of had to wait till he turned to be, yes. Yes. 19 to 20.
He was really good looking before it was kind of allowed to think he was good looking.
Right.
What a huge red flag. What a weird thing to say. Now, if that was a guy saying that about a young girl, everyone would be losing their mind. But to me, the point still stands. What are you even trying to say? The insight you just give us into your mind, alarm bells are ringing straight away. But with these stars, as they call themselves, they're not stars, but with these egotistical people who think they're above everyone else, they think they can say what they want. Let that just be an insight into this guy's mind. Something that seems to be very common with the Hollywood celeb culture.
You know exactly what he was trying to say. And the fact that people was laughing at it just shows how disgusting Hollywood is.
One of the craziest theories I heard recently was baseball itself. The origins might be demonic. Everything about baseball is very related to the Freemasons. The diamond they play on is in what shape? It's in the same shape of the compass in the Freemason logo. What is the degree of that angle in that diamond? 33 degrees. Why? Because 33 is the highest level you can go in Freemasonry. Remember?
Way.
The MLB baseball bats? Damn, they're 33 inches in length. And 33 ounces in weight.
That ass?
Yes, fam. Also, the threads on the baseball itself.
There's 33?
Yeah, there's 33 on each line.
What?
The theory was that the people that invented it, they made it as homage to the Freemasons or whatever, you know, ritualistic things they want to get into. What's being talked about right now is how every sport references what god or what deity.
What?
Remember we were talking about the cowhead is named Baal. Baseball. Oh, think about it, man. Basketball, fam.
No,
yeah.
fam.
What are you doing in my house? What are you doing?
Dyeing that beard than Diddy wear.
All right, that's enough.
And I know.
That's enough.
And I seen him. He shows me behind the curtain.
That's a fucking enough. All right, I'm gonna edit this out.
But still.
Put a fucking
Put a note on it. You can edit that one. I don't.
That literally looked like something out of a movie.
New York is facing a serious problem right now. This year, the city has seen a very concerning rise in real-life subway surfing. You heard that right. In fact, just this past weekend, 2 teenage girls were found dead on top of a train at the Marcy Avenue station in Brooklyn. They were only 12 and 13 years old. Problem is, this isn't even the first time this has happened recently. 5 people have died this year alone as a result of similar incidents across the city. And while this has been around for decades, real-life subway surfing has far transcended just being a dangerous game or stunt, because now it's become one of the most deadly social media trends online. In fact, this video is allegedly of one of the girls just days before she died filming one of her stunts. And not only that, but according to New York officials, over 1,800 subway surfing videos have had to be removed from social media in just the first half of 2025. It's even reached the point where police are now deploying drones to try and spot these surfers before they get hurt. Thankfully, this has already led to over 200 rescues. But the question is, how do you even stop something like this before even more lives are taken?
I have no idea. We can try to say, oh, the parents need to be on top of it. But the reality at that age, the parents aren't around them 24/7. You can tell your kid at home, show some videos on the news about XYZ and say, hey, don't do that because XYZ. But the reality is, you're not always around your kid. And if they're going to do it, unfortunately, they're going to do it. It's just a weird thing. I mean, you could try to take the videos down as fast as possible. I don't know how you would really get rid of a trend. You can take everything down, but if people are going to do it, they're going to do it. It's crazy because when I was a kid, I thought about doing things like that, but then I learned about physics and I was just like, yeah, that wouldn't work. You would immediately fall off.
Google may have created the world's first true artificial intelligence, and some are saying that this is exactly the technology that Stephen Hawking warned would end humanity, but we'll talk about it. What Hawking was warning us about is that true artificial intelligence, one that can make decisions for itself and then could self-propagate, would far surpass humanity's abilities. Biological life has time periods it needs in order to evolve. Our squishy bodies are fragile. AI doesn't need to wait till a child is born who's capable of figuring out the answer to a topic. It can try millions of different possibilities and then keep on moving. What they created is something akin to life. A primordial soup of code that's allowed to exist autonomously and randomly. It also behaves in a contagious manner. This is very similar to how genetic drift works. With no selection pressure, genes just randomly pop up and exist in the population. This is a very big step forward. Autonomous action is one of the things that AI really misses. What this lacks is selection pressure, some pressure to become something, and it will be interesting to see where they go from there. Autonomous action is what makes a living robot so interesting. The idea that adding that hint of life could create what I would like to call non-canonical intelligence. Could this kind of technology lead to the ultimate end of humanity? What Stephen Hawking was worried about was that self-propagation would work exactly like evolution. Once it really got started, we would end up with autonomous robots making decisions and making decisions about what's best for them, which might not be people. It's a step forward, not the end of the world.
Frightening footage of unidentified creatures. And the last one is 100% legit and gonna haunt my dreams. Now this one's quick, so pay attention. It's of a supposed sewer creature that was captured by a water company somewhere in England, and they have a second clip that is truly terrifying. What in the Lord of the Rings is that? Dude's just looking for his precious, I guess. And this one is of someone taking a stroll in the woods, and they see something that I can't explain. What? Now the fact that it makes a noise at the right opportune moment makes me think it might be computer generated, but what do you think? And this one is totally legit and absolutely creepy. Fish has got a human fate.
Let me tell you a true story. Be someone watch this video to the end. What is going on out here? This video is for entertainment purposes only. Let's
just going through the dark woods and everything, right? About to be sunset. Spooky thing though. My truck is saying that there's people around me.
How?
There's no people around me. But my truck says.
Where are they? Here we go again. Come on.
My truck says people. Watch. If I slow down, they'll catch up. See, right next to my.
Who's that?
There's no one here.
Where are they? What?
Okay.
What the? Shut up! Listen, this is ridiculous, guys. What's really good with those cars doing that? Because before those cars came out, we used to not see things like that. But all of a sudden, when that person put that car out, now we're able to see things that we never seen before. Stop playing with me, son. This video's for entertainment purposes only. I know what that guy was talking about, showing stuff on his screen. That screen was special effects. That screen was plugged into a database that made those people appear that wasn't even there, and they weren't even people because we couldn't even see their face. Shut up! Listen, guys. Check your camera. Check your car. If you got one of those cars, because to be honest with you, I never get one of those cars. You know why? Because those cars could be... Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game on here, guys. You know what time it is. Shut up! You ever played with a remote control car? All you gotta do is press a button. It goes left, it goes right. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game on here, guys. And you see what's going on in the woods, so stay out of there. But I tell you one thing. If I'm ever in one of those cars, and it won't be mine, it'll probably be a friend or something, and he shows me that that's on the camera and they walking around his car, yo, open the door. Let me pull over, Pete.
When he's talking about the remote, he's talking about how they probably could just, since it's an electrical car with all that software, somebody could easily just hack and take over. They already do that with self-driving cars. They'll have somebody watching just in case, and if the self-driving car stop moving or have issues, or if somebody falls asleep in the car, etc., you'll have somebody come over and take over the car. So I personally wouldn't get nothing like that. Even though I do think Teslas look a little cool. I like the minimalistic style. I love software because I do programming and stuff like that. I still wouldn't get one. And as far as seeing different things with cameras, I'll give you an example. I have a MetaQuest 3. Let me just show you the MetaQuest real quick. The point I'm trying to make is you see these cameras right here. When you put the headset on, you seeing through cameras pretty much. It's really hard to describe. It's just called pass-through. So you could have a screen up and then you can still see your reality. But the weird thing about this is when you have cameras like as vision instead of your own, You see things you normally wouldn't see. I'm not saying I see any ghosts or anything. There are videos out there, people that claim that. But I see things like, you know how you use your iPhone or whatever phone and it got the little Face ID? You can see the infrared. You can't see that with your human eyes. But with this Meta camera on your head as your eyes, you can see that also. I can see the fan blade spinning slow no matter what. Now, obviously, that's probably because fast or how slow the frames are for the camera. I don't know. I'm not a huge tech junkie when it comes to VR. But I can see why people would be afraid of stuff like that, because I feel like these things or cameras in general can see things that the human eye can't see.
I'm not crying.
If you ever needed an example of just how much of an open secret Bill Cosby's infamous reputation was in Hollywood, well, this is it.
Men look at you and they think only of sin.
Back in 2003, David Letterman was out sick, so they decided it would be a great idea to get Bill Cosby to come in and host The Late Show in his absence. Now keep in mind, this was years before the world was made aware of all the horrible things Bill Cosby had done to women. However, in Hollywood, the things Bill Cosby had been up to was very much an open secret.
We will still be searching for Spanish fly. And what was the old story was, if you took a little drop, it was on the head of a pin.
That's right.
And
Drop
you put
it in
a drink.
Coca-Cola. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't make it. And the girl would drink it, and
she's yours.
Hello, America.
But this open secret would be put on full display for the world to see the night an unknown Colombian actress named Sofia Vergara made her first ever American televised appearance to promote her upcoming movie, Chasing Poppy. And at first, everything seemed relatively normal between Bill Cosby and Sofia Vergara, but it wasn't very long before Cosby began to cross the line.
Now, you are from Colombia.
Colombia, Barranquilla, Colombia, the coast by the Atlantic Ocean.
Live in North Philadelphia. And that's where
you're from?
Yes. And we have many people. I learned.
This is too sexy. I'm leaving.
My God.
Can't talk to a girl like that.
Yes, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry. But it's the red dress.
Now, Sofia Vergara was only aware of Bill Cosby as a legendary American actor, so she did her best to just play along and laugh things off. However, Bill Cosby was just getting warmed up.
You are very famous on the SIN?
Univision.
Univision? I'm sorry, is that the SIN is the other one?
No.
Who is SIN? SIN is sin. Men look at you and they think only of sin.
And looking back at this interview with hindsight, you can clearly see moments where Sofia Vergara was very uncomfortable. And at the same time, America's Dad's mask had finally slipped, revealing himself to be the predator he truly was.
You make me feel young again. You make me feel very excited. Look at me.
But don't die right now here, please.
What do you mean, don't die? Excuse me, I wasn't
maybe you should, then I'll be very famous.
The what?
Maybe if you die, I'll be very famous. Tomorrow, everybody will know me. Bill Cosby died interviewing Sofia Vergara.
Not for the interview.
I think it's time for commercials.
No.
Wow, talk about inappropriate. I've never seen that before. But you know what I thought was weird when I was like, I think I want to say I was a teenager? MTV used to have like cribs and stuff, and one of them had an episode of the Playboy Mansion, and Bill Cosby was there. And I was so conditioned by PR from the Cosby Show and Jell-O commercials, this little, Mr. Roger type persona, that when I saw him there, I thought, why is Bill Cosby at the Playboy Mansion? I didn't even think anything of it. I just was like, man, I guess he, having some fun with the women or something. Now I know what was really going on.
What if UFOs aren't actually flying through space, but actually entering our dimensional plane, right? So think of a higher dimensional object casting a shadow into our dimensional plane and casting something kind of like this that we can't physically comprehend. It's like the brain theory, right? A branch of string theory, our entire universe could be a three-dimensional brain. Floating in a higher dimensional space, other brains could exist parallel to ours, much like here, each a separate universe with different physical properties that sometimes overlap. Now we're going to step in towards the crop circles, okay? Not all crop circles are real, but there are some which are definitely strange, and most crop circles, the authentic ones, you can actually create three-dimensional objects or 4D objects from these shapes that are two-dimensional on our plane, and create some very peculiar and interesting things. And a lot of these objects are actually blueprints and represent some stuff that we know about in quantum physics and beyond. And it really does make you scratch your head. Are these, for instance, some sort of information that's being kind of manifested into our plane of existence that we can't quite physically comprehend, which is from beyond? Now, string theory suggests there could be up to 10 or 11 dimensions, most of which are compactified, curled up so tightly that we don't directly experience them. They can overlap and interfere with our dimension, and we might see things manifesting in such strange ways. Although brain theory suggests like some of the objects could appear as a transient luminous object like we see here, a phenomenon that appears and disappears without travelling any measurable distance here, so things that seem to teleport, and other morphing type objects that don't actually make any sense, okay? And a lot of the UFO phenomena we see seem to change shapes that just don't really correlate with anything that we seem to know about or understand. Now imagine what a third dimensional object would look like to something on a two-dimensional plane, and it travelling through that 2D plane. It would look absolutely obscenely weird, much like what we experience with the UFO phenomenon. The 2D beings would see it morph, vanish, reappear, impossible moves, and instant acceleration, much like we experience. Now, if our universe is a 3D membrane floating in a higher dimension, maybe UFOs are intersections, a glimpse of something beyond the physics itself, something far beyond what we can physically comprehend, bruh. A lot of these phenomena don't travel through space, they fold through reality. Maybe that's why they never land, because they were never really here in the first place, right? They're just kind of strange, transient existences that, you know, we kind of only catch a glimpse of one another ever so briefly. So maybe things on the other side of our dimensional plane see us in weird ways too. They kind of sit there and go, what the goddamn, man? I don't know. What do you guys think? You let me know down below.
I actually agree with this theory because I always thought that if you watch this channel for a long time, for over a year, you would hear me say it all the time when I see alien clips. I think they're from like a fourth dimension or something. They're coming in and out of dimensions. That's what I think entities, that's what I think most things are. They come in and out. How are they teleporting? Teleport usually, even from a fictional point of view, is from going from a dimension, you teleport to another dimension, and then you reappearing back to the 3D dimension. If fourth dimension is about time, you would be able to teleport. So, yeah, I think that's pretty true from what we know of these unidentified things.
Ludacris exposes how easy it is for the media to stage and fake the news.
Man, working in film and television never gets old, man. I am on a set right now. Something really exciting I'll be able to tell you guys soon enough, but I was just thinking to myself, this neighborhood is a setup. It's not even real. I think Desperate Housewives shot in this neighborhood, if I'm not mistaken, but how dope is it that it feels like you're working from home if you were to shoot in this little made-up ass neighborhood? None of this shit is real. Matter of fact, just because we on stories, let me show y'all what I mean. I'm gonna go inside one of these houses. It's all a movie set. Wouldn't it be great to work in this environment?
You see what I mean?
All of it. Set it up, whatever you want. Just checking in with y'all. Exciting things on the way.
In the morning, a man named Daniel Palomino was walking alone inside a plaza when something completely unexpected happened. It was actually during a live stream when Daniel recorded this. Now, this is something that he often does during his free time. During late at night, Daniel walks alone while simultaneously live streaming on his phone. However, what happened on the night of September 28th of 2023 has scared him to his core. Like any other night, Daniel was live streaming to an audience who were suggesting places he should visit during his walk. One place that was recommended was an old plaza that's believed to be haunted. Although hesitant at first, Daniel heads over to the plaza after realizing how close he was to the place. But this was a big mistake. After exploring the strip mall for more than a few minutes, things started getting weird.
Me sale ese efecto. Gente, huele quemado. Gente, huele quemado. Huele quemado, no sé si...
Strangely, Daniel begins to smell a burning scent coming from somewhere in the plaza. He tries to find the source of the smell, but gives up before suddenly the scent goes away. Although pretty strange, this occurrence becomes a whole lot creepy after one of his viewers on his livestream tells him this.
No me digan, dicen la leyenda que hay niños que juegan hasta tarde en la Resi. En el Casino Garden que está abajo hubo un incendio y murieron personas.
According to the viewer, there used to be an old casino inside the plaza that caught fire and took many people's lives. Hearing about this left Daniel totally freaked. He just smelled a burning scent and thinks this might have been somehow connected to the fire incident that occurred years ago. Feeling spooked, Daniel immediately starts to head out. But on his way out, something in the distance makes him stop in his tracks. This is what he saw.
Oye, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué? ¿O es un diente? ¿O es un gato? ¿Qué mierda es eso, bro? O sea, que se acerca, huevón. ¿Qué chucha es eso? Oye, ¿me acerco? Ni cagando, voy a grabar algo. Oye, ¿qué chucha es eso? Está que camina, huevón. Está que camina.
Not sure as to what he was seeing, Daniel starts to back away. According to him, whatever this was, it started moving towards him. Now the video's quality makes it hard to see, but Daniel swears that something small was approaching him. He further adds that whatever this was had a stature smaller than a child's. It was immediately soon after that he turns around and finds another exit, but as if Daniel wasn't already spooked enough, he sees this.
Gente. ¿Qué pasó? Gente, se apagó todo.
What appears to be a plush toy is mysteriously placed on the staircase. Yet, it was at this moment when Daniel realized that the toy might have actually been the small figure he'd seen earlier. Not sure how to explain this, he continues to walk away. But then, out of nowhere, a dark figure with a pale face is seen standing near the doll. Viewers of the livestream were just as freaked as Daniel. Just who, or even what, was this? And what was the doll that was apparently seen earlier doing there? Daniel has yet to give any updates on the events of that night. From the mysterious burning smell to the creepy looking figure, there has yet to be an explanation on what was captured.
You know, when I was watching, I only noticed the plushie. I didn't even notice the person until I did, and I was just like freaked out because I wasn't expecting to see that. Bizarre Bub makes some pretty good stuff, but I felt like he'd be adding on a bunch of story that may or may not be true to make it seem like it's scarier than what it is. Regardless, if I'm walking somewhere at night by myself and I'm seeing some person acting weird, I'm going to be scared anyway. I'm going to leave. So regardless if it's real or not, it's still a scary scenario to be into. I mean, it's still a scary scenario to be in. But that's all the videos I got for today. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, comment, and sub. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Breaking news tonight in the Philippines. Panic and all sweep across several islands as thousands of bats fill the night sky. An eerie scene locals say they have never witnessed before. The skies came alive with a flurry of wings and hunting cries that echoed through the air, leaving communities terrified and mystified. Residents describe the unsettling sound as like hundreds of crying souls, as the creatures circled above villages and coastal towns for hours before vanishing into the darkness. The bizarre event came just a day after a powerful 7.6 magnitude earthquake struck Davao, killing at least 5 people, and barely 10 days after another deadly quake shook Cebu and Bugo provinces. Now questions are rising. Is this strange phenomenon merely a disturbance in nature? Or could it be a warning of another looming disaster yet to come? Frightened locals turn to faith and folklore for answers. As the nation reels from tragedy after tragedy, many fear the skies are trying to tell them something. Is nature sending a final warning, or is something far more mysterious unfolding over the Philippines? JSM here. As always, please stay safe.
What is going on in the Philippines? I know it's typhoon season. Maybe that explains some of the weather, but they had 2 earthquakes, a tsunami, and now you got a swarm of bats flying in the sky, and some bats in Philippines get really, really big. Man, I hope they get help over there, whatever they're going through. I've been to the Philippines for some of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life. Or in the Philippines, but that's different.
AI is saying, we're just going to dump a bunch of viruses on you, and they're deadlier than anything we've ever created.
AI just created living viruses, and some of them are deadlier than anything nature created. Researchers successfully taught AI to write the genetic code for entirely new life forms. They took 2 AI models called Evo1 and Evo2. These are genome language models that can read your entire DNA. So they fed these AIs the genetic blueprint of over 2 million viruses, and then asked the models, design me a virus that can hunt and eliminate E. coli bacteria. AI didn't just copy existing viruses, it invented completely new genetic sequences that had never existed in 3.8 billion years of evolution, synthesized the actual DNA in a lab, and then brought these digital viruses to life. 16 of these AI-created viruses were not only alive and functional, but some of these were even more effective than the original virus they were based on. One of the viruses, called Evo PHI-69, completely dominated natural viruses by up to 65 times. And when they tested against antibiotic-resistant bacteria, the AI viruses succeeded where natural ones completely failed, rapidly overcoming resistance that had stumped evolution for millions of years. So we've officially entered the era where AI doesn't just predict biology, it creates it.
Yeah, I think AI could be a good thing when it comes to dealing with bacteria and viruses and other things that can harm humans. But trying to use it to make your own type of virus, I think that's just something you messing with. The humans don't understand what they're getting themselves into, and that is a danger to everybody on this planet.
Okay, we gotta start today off with a pretty big bombshell. The texts may actually be real. So, you may or may not know, but Candace Owens for a while now has been basically making the claim that the official narrative of the Charlie Kirk assassination is not only suspicious, but she even suggests that the state of Israel is actually behind it because Charlie Kirk was about to leave the pro-Israel cause and was turning on them. Now, in terms of the material evidence for these claims, she recently presented a series of texts, well, a screen grab of a number of texts. Now, this is apparently from a group chat that Charlie Kirk was in with his pastor and several other individuals whose names have been redacted. Now, the first message reads, just lost another huge Jewish donor, $2 million a year because we won't cancel Tucker Carlson. I'm thinking of inviting Candace. Jewish donors play into all the stereotypes. I cannot and will not be bullied like this, leaving me no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause. Now, she claims that these texts were about 48 hours before Charlie Kirk was assassinated, and then she also claimed this.
3 people who told me off record, 2 people who have this in a written communication from Charlie. One, who is a Turning Point USA donor, and I would say very much one of the white knights in this. The very day before Charlie Kirk died, he expressed that he thought he was going to be killed.
Like I said in the previous video, something is very suspicious about the whole thing. But I'm not a big fan of Candace Owens, but even she need to keep herself safe just in case if any of that stuff is real. Because who they going to be coming after next?
There are 2 massive ships headed towards Earth right now. 2. Now, I'm going to just say allegedly. This video I'm going to show y'all, this guy is pointing out the 2 ships that are apparently coming towards Earth right now. And with all the 3-Eye Atlas talk, y'all remember those talks? This shit makes perfect sense. But y'all can watch the video and draw your own conclusion. I'm going to put the dude name down below in the comments. Y'all go check his page out. This shit crazy, fool.
There's 2 ships, one after another, coming in. Big ships.
Watch, y'all.
There's one.
Look at this shit.
Here's the ship right here. Here's one tip of the wing. Here's the other tip of the wing. That's the first one. It's your first ship. Right here.
It's supposed to be asteroids, y'all.
Your structure.
Look at
There's
that.
your other ship. Perfect symmetry. Meteors will not do this. People, this is a ship. Okay? When are you going to understand that Mother Nature will never line up meteors like this in a perfect straight line? You're not going to have this. These have heat signatures. It's not going to happen. This is a ship, people. This is a massive ship.
Like I said, I'm going to say allegedly. Because other people is saying those are asteroids or meteorites coming in a straight line flying past Earth. But what Buddy is saying in the video makes perfect sense. Y'all go check out his page. This shit crazy.
Does nobody find it suspicious that right when the celestial object 3-Eye Atlas is what it's supposedly called is due to be closest to Mars, all of a sudden the government shuts down and you can no longer track it? Not even a couple of weeks after they stated how supposedly massive this thing is, exceeding over 30 miles wide. Do you know how fucking big that is? Or the 7 comets that somehow miraculously came out from behind the sun that are now directly on track with that of 3-Eye Atlas. Ones that are around the same exact size as well as 3-Eye Atlas. Right in the midst of all the controversy surrounded around the Epstein files. Right in the midst of another potential world war. How much of a force fucking narrative can you push without the people realizing what it really is? Think about what you think Project Blue you know what would look like theoretically if it were to occur, right? Then imagine a method that could be used via, let's just say AI, right? To basically miraculously defer every single nation away from wanting war and any further violence. How do you think you go about doing that? Especially when you need all the attention off of you. Definitely not a hologram of the second coming or anything. Definitely not to maintain the control that you've had over this entire round for thousands of years or anything. Do I believe that 3-Eye Atlas actually exists? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But I know that I'm mentally prepared to immediately see through the bullshit as soon as it happens. Do you really think that in order to find God, you have to go to church or read this supposed scripture? Jesus will always consciously be a part of you. Everybody, actually. As we are all connected to one another.
It is a bit of a coincidence that the government got shut down when this asteroid or mothership or whatever they're calling it now is getting closer to the planet. It's pretty odd. Now no one can track it. You know, as far as we know, it might be the elites going to go talk to them and they talking about some stuff. As far as we know, some people believe that there's treaties between humans and aliens. That's why they can go grab people and the military don't do anything about it. And then in turn, we got technology. I don't know. I do think learning about radio waves and all that stuff. And
this happened live in front of thousands of viewers who witnessed it in real time. 2 young men decided to explore an old abandoned house that neighbors had been speaking about with fear. During the early morning hours, they hear footsteps, screams, and mysterious noises coming from inside. Hyped up, the bows wanted to see for themselves. When they get there, they start their stream on the ground floor. But it's when they go up to the first floor when everything changed. Watch this.
I'm gonna give him
The camera barely manages to capture what appears to be a dark humanoid hurling towards them at high speed. It was so fast it literally passes through them and disappears. Seconds later, the same figure reappears hurling towards them again, this time making a sound. When they turn the camera around, all you see is a wall and a closed window. No doors, no possible exit. How did that entity move at such speed in absolute darkness towards them, pass through them, and disappear immediately? Don't forget to follow me for your dose of nightmare fuel.
These More World videos have me bugging out right now because I'm trying to figure out how everybody is saying that they've been to the same place and nobody thinks that's crazy. Like, have you ever had a dream so real that when you woke up, you wasn't sure if it was even a dream? People online keep talking about a place called More World. And the crazy thing is, right about now, thousands of people are saying that they've been there. Same layout, same feelings, same rules. So what if it's not just a dream? What if it's a part of a simulation? Crazy thing is, when I first arrived, I was standing in a big ass parking lot. No cars, no sounds, but I could hear lights flickering. The air felt thick as hell, like the world was like buffering. The more I walked, like the farther shit felt. Like space was stretching itself. Inside of the shit, like everything looked familiar, but then I didn't recognize anything. Mind you, I've dreamed about this too many times. The escalators led nowhere. Hotel towers but connected to the mall. Rooms with no windows. Elevators that open completely to different floors. Like I swear I stayed there before, like another version of me. And I know for sure I seen that playground that everybody is talking about. When I seen it, it was dark. Like it was like behind like glass. You hear kids laughing with the same sound like over and over like a loop. But everyone says don't go near it. I even heard some people say like that's where they hide the broken codes. That's the part of the dream that we're not supposed to see. But my question is like, what if the mall isn't a dream at all? What if it's a shared space? Like a server where our minds go when we go to sleep. And that's how the simulation resets itself. Every hallway, every face, every laugh, like it's recycled from someone else's memory. Like that shit is crazy. And that would explain why everybody remembers the same mall. I don't know, but I'm really about to jump down this rabbit hole. I'm about to look at some more videos because I 100% think it's impossible that everybody is having the same dreams. And if it is real, some shit, man. I'm out.
I am obsessed with dreams. I've been obsessed with them since I was a kid. When I was a kid, I used to have a dream journal. And I used to look things up on, before Google was a thing, I would look it up online, figure out, spiders mean this. If you step on them, it mean bad fortune in some cases. In some cases, it's good fortune, yada, yada, yada. And some dreams will feel so real that I would wake up and be like, am I in a real reality right now? Or is this a second part of dream? Because we've all had dreams where it's like a dream within a dream within a dream. That's why Inception is one of my favorite movies of all time. But I will say this, and I know this is going to be kind of a long part while I'm talking, but I'm just very passionate about dreams. Over the past, I want to say 7 years, I've had dreams where I have different things than I would in the reality, but it's kind of like the same place. For example, I drive a Camry in this reality, but in this dream world that I've been to multiple times, I drive a black Acura. I've never had an Acura day in my life. And in that dream, I left out when I was younger to live by myself in this area that I drive past all the time in this dream. I've met people who no longer are alive, but in this dream reality, they are alive. Or maybe they came back to life for some weird stuff. But I've been to this part of this dream several times, to the point I'll come back like, oh yeah, I remember when you used to live in that haunted house up the street that scared the crap out of you, but you lived there for a little bit, or remember when you had that job at blah blah blah, remember when you lived in that mansion, etc., etc. So maybe that the simulation thing might be on something, because there's a girl on YouTube who was kind of like mapping all her dreams. And a lot of times with me, like I said, I'll have multiple cars, so it'll be the Acura, or I'll be living somewhere else. It's usually the same people that I know in this real world, but sometimes it'll be places like I've been to, in this dream, I've been to Iowa, right? I've never been to Iowa before. I don't think so. If I did, I drove through it. But they had like, you ever see the mountains and the Alps? That's what they look like. Like from the movies, that's what it looked like. Like I was there, but it was Iowa in this dream. Weird. But I've had tons of weird dreams like that. Where I wake up, still a dream. Well, like I said, I go to sleep and it's like part 1,020 or something, because I've been there so many times. It's literally like me living another life. If you have experience with that, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to read it. I know I'm not crazy. I actually have a friend who is going to school right now for psychology, because he's fascinated with dreams too, and he's trying to get a PhD so he can learn more about dreams and study them more and bring it to the public, because I do believe that dreams tell us things, because I've had things happen in dreams and wake up and be convinced that it's going to happen in the future, then it happens. Usually good things, usually.
We are required by our Constitution to let the voters speak. They have a choice. That's democracy.
Grab the phone.
Are you two completely insane?
I have a question for you. Is that a real video or not? Let me know in the comments.
Y'all walking like it ain't wise in the sky. Look up. Those clouds? Screens, brother. The Matrix ain't a movie. It's overhead dripping data like rain you can't see. They feed you pictures.
You gotta admit, when you were younger, you used to do the exact thing. I remember me doing that as a kid. I would be running up the steps, and as long as I made it to the top of the steps, I thought, whoo, I am safe. The feeling would go, the feeling of being afraid would go away, because I'm no longer in the dark.
Yeah, it could basically teleport.
You're telling me that you're gonna fake some terrorist thing just to scare some money out of Congress?
Well, unfortunately, Mr. Hennessy, I have no idea how to fake killing 4,000 people. So we're just gonna have to do it for real. Oh, blame it on the Muslims, naturally. Then I get my funding.
Crazy, you really can't believe half the stuff you see nowadays.
You can't believe anything you see these days. These glasses aren't even real. Neither is my face. All this stuff was 3D tracked on using these dots that I drew on with this marker. Actually, the marker isn't real either. Neither is the background. Or my face. Have a good night.
These guys are central casting. There's nobody in Hollywood.
They are saying this is 3i Atlas, y'all. This is what's supposedly supposed to be headed towards Earth. Very, very soon. This right here. Allegedly 3i Atlas. Now, if this is 3i Atlas, we might be fucked. Because what the fuck is that? Nigga, that look like a damn galaxy, fool. And that very well could be a ship. So, let's say this is 3i Atlas. A real photo. What do y'all think that is? All I'm saying is, if this is really 3i Atlas, a real picture, we might be fucked.
Yeah, if that's actually coming our way and it means harm, who knows what's on that thing? It could be game over. Let's hope that isn't the case. But like I said, there's people out here that are wishing that that happens.
Look at this. This is no camera tricks. It looks like a dark rainbow. Goes into one of those shrill things, and then it ends up dark over there. Like, what is that? That looks like just some sort of weird dark rainbow. It's so weird. Do you think it's because the sun is right in that cloud stream and like that's the shadow? Is that what it is? Am I looking at a shadow? Oh, it's just so weird. That's the weirdest thing. Or maybe it's just aliens. I mean, look at that shadow. Could just be aliens. I don't know. That is just so weird. Look at that shadow thing. I mean, that. What is that?
It literally like somebody had a book and a page in the book and just folded it. That's what it looked like to me, like a wrinkle. Man, you really wonder what's going on in the sky nowadays, right?
They said once in 1989 and then was gone.
And he was killed. He was cut from his throat down to his stomach and he ate him, bits of him.
They killed a man at a ceremony in front of you?
In front of all of us.
Did the tramp, did this man fight back?
No, I think he started screaming when they began to cut. Well, I wasn't used to it. That was the worst one. I really don't know what I thought. I suppose I thought, thank God it's not me.
What you just watched was from a 1989's episode of 60 Minutes known as Satan's Children. The girl you saw, just 15 years, was named Teresa. She described what she called satanic ritual abuse, ceremonies where children are exposed to the unthinkable and even the unaliving of a homeless man as part of the ritual. Now here's the part that makes it even more chilling. After it aired, the episode was quietly buried, dismissed as moral panic. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below.
You know what's weird about that video we just saw? I mean, this is kind of off topic, but that background and the cadence of the way that person talk is exactly the same as another dude that I have on the channel sometimes. I think it's like Medusa Boy or something like that. Are they the same people or something? Is he using like a deepfake or something? I don't know. They have the exact same cadence and voice. It's very bizarre. I couldn't even focus. But what I was going to say was it's scary to think that stuff like that is still happening in this world to this day. More than we will ever know. And it's probably going to continue to keep happening because there's a bunch of weirdos and freaks out here.
We've reached a point where we're disguising the towers inside of crosses and churches, placing them over elementary school cafeterias, over high school football fields. In fact, this one has two, disguised as palm trees where you run your errands, in the parking lot of the grocery store where you buy the food you eat, on the side of almost every road and in almost every neighborhood. And the nicer the neighborhood, the nicer the fake tree. Or how about the random fluorescent lighting that's been popping up around cities that apparently requires more than a bulb, pole, fixture, and wiring. I believe this is us slowly consenting to the beast system, which has always revealed itself on the outskirts of the cities and subtly within, because even the double-cross power lines resemble the satanic Leviathan cross. The full Leviathan cross has an Ouroboros, which is a symbol that has surfaced along with many of the tech companies.
If you're enjoying content like this, I make several videos out of the week. It would be so cool if you hit the sub button and join me on my next video.
We've reached a point.
Hey everybody, I just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said I am not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so. And then when people say, oh, they're going to use this for you in court, I didn't have a say-so on whether or not they went to Sierra Canyon. Most men do not, there's no such thing as 50-50 custody in society today. That's not even, it always leans towards the mom. But right now, and I'm happy that you guys got to see just a small piece of what I dealt with. You understand what I'm saying?
You know, I am a fan of Kanye music, but I am not a fan of Kanye West at all. I really don't like him. But I will admit he is on point with that video. There's rarely a 50-50 from what I know, and I usually do side with the mom no matter how bad the mom is. You know, some people in the comments had the nerve to say that this is Kanye influence, that's why their daughter is looking like that. He's not even around. That's completely the mom influence. even if the dad was somehow influencing her, why isn't the mom saying, no, you can't look like that, you can't wear makeup, why is your hair dyed, why do you have a push-up bra on and you're like 12 or something like that? To me, it's just mind-blowing. Like, I feel sorry for the kid because it's like you're born into wealth, but you got to deal with two crazy parents and whatever else crap you go through. But here's the reality. They still got money. They can get therapy and everything else. There's people out here who are born with crazy parents that don't get any money and they don't get any therapy or anything, and they wind up making the child and that child be crazy, and then eventually somebody stops the bloodline by fixing that. But it's just like, how people going to try to say that's is his influence when he's not even around, which is, you know, he wants to be around but he can't. They're both crazy at the end of the day, both her parents. But it's just like, even if the parents weren't around, her family's crazy, so she would be getting used like that regardless, in my opinion, which is very, very sad.
Yo, what if they shut the government down so they can go underground to their bunkers and prepare for the catastrophic event that's about to happen? 3-Eye Atlas. What if they know that an alien invasion is on the way and they shut down the government so they can get themselves together? And that 1.4 billion dollars they were trying to give to the immigrants was just a cover-up. What if they are preparing for the Great Reset and they not letting us know, but they letting, you know, they putting pictures out there because they know we can't do nothing about it? What if they are preparing themselves for a catastrophic event and they not letting us know? Make it make sense, because it's crazy that the government shut down all of a sudden. Make it make sense. Get in the comment section and let me know what you think, because everything is funny, from the Charlie Kirk happening, then the next few weeks the government shut down, then they released the photos of 3-Eye Atlas. Something is going on.
That would be pretty wild, right? But it wouldn't be surprising considering how messed up some of the people that are in Congress and in positions of power are. Like, that would be pretty messed up if something like they know something is happening and they're not gonna let us know, and then somehow we get wiped out or whatever it may be, and they still alive in their bunkers, and then they come to the surface or whatever. That'd be so messed up, but it wouldn't be surprising at all.
So now NASA is trying to make us believe that the Earth has 2 moons, and those 2 moons will be together until the year 2083. And this shouldn't come out as a surprise with all the other things that's been happening. But get this, NASA is also saying that that moon, that new moon, has already been here for 60 years. Now, if you remember last year, September, NASA said the same exact thing. They said it will be a second moon visible, and that moon will stay until November of 2024. But now they're saying that this moon, the new moon that's next to the moon, is going to be here till 2083. And it's been here for 60 years already. Where's the truth at? With all the crazy shit that's going on up in space, you got 3-Eye Atlas that's supposed to be here between this month and next month. And they don't know if that's an asteroid or the gray people or the green people. And now they expect us to believe that a moon that's been here for 60 years is sitting next to the moon that we see every single day. Now get this, they're calling this moon a near-Earth asteroid. This asteroid is gonna orbit the sun, but stay close to Earth. That don't seem strange to y'all? It actually seems like a lot to me. It also seems like something else is going on. Something bigger has to be going on. 3-Eye Atlas, new moon, something bigger is going on. I'm out.
If you've been watching this channel for a while, or anything like this type of channel that I have, you know there's been tons of videos of 2 moons, and now they finally admit that it's a second moon. That is crazy to me. I wonder what made them feel like they had to tell us, because we've been saying it for a while now.
Y'all seen this one yet? It could be the glitch of all glitches with birds. Watch this. Oops. That's freaking weird, man. Isn't it? Yeah, look at someone else taking a picture.
Right? It's just so weird because it should be moving.
Yeah, I don't see any, like... I don't see anything, like...
I'm ready to drive?
Yeah, what if it just dropped all of a sudden? Wouldn't that be freaky?
Okay, well, let's have a party. It's so weird.
That's freaking weird, man.
Isn't it?
Yeah, look, there's someone else taking a picture.
Right? It's just so weird because it should be moving.
Yeah, I don't see any, like... I don't see anything, like...
I'm ready to drive.
Yeah, what if it just dropped all of a sudden? Wouldn't that be freaky?
Okay, well, let's go before this drops. It's so weird.
They got him. They got my dog, guys. They got him right in the pineal gland. What is that? I'm not going to say who. What is that? That's not the Randy Jackson I remember. This looks like a literal robot. I feel like Hollywood is playing Pokemon Go with all of their celebrities. Gotta catch them all. This is terrifying. This is the Randy Jackson I remember. Full of life, full of personality. This isn't just about looks, guys. But how are we going from this to this? He doesn't look real, he doesn't feel real, and he acts nothing like himself. Like I said, this is the Randy Jackson I remember.
You know what? I like this. Baby, a way to start it off, man. Yo, the competition's on, man. It's all right. It's all right.
And now this is the Randy Jackson we are getting.
That's the leafy green that I've grown to love. And trust me, I never will be a huge salad guy. But arugula's extra flavor.
You're telling me that Ozempic or a sugarless diet can completely remove someone's personality?
Okay, let's get...
I don't think so. What are they doing to the OGs of American Idol? They already got Ryan Seacrest, who again looks completely robotic. Simon Cowell is also trending for looking and acting unrecognizable. I'm really afraid to go check on Paula, to be honest with you. And I agree with this guy. What is going on in Hollywood, specifically with the OGs from American Idol? This is wild.
When we describe the reptilians as shapeshifters, you might think of a creature that physically changes its shape, like Odo from Star Trek, Mystique from Marvel Comics, or Tonks from Harry Potter. Reptilians don't do this. They actually always look like themselves. What they do is manipulate the human brain to perceive them differently. The source of the reptilians' power is their ability to alter our perception of reality. And they don't do this with telepathy, they do this with technology. According to David Icke, the moon is not only a spacecraft, but also a holographic projection device. The broadcasts from the moon warp our reality, or at least our perception of reality. There's what's known as a frequency embargo around the Earth.
Wait. Who enforces this embargo?
Well, there's a bunch of alien races who are part of a galactic federation, and they keep an eye on the reptilians, but it's a whole thing.
Go on, I got time.
No, it needs its own video.
She got me all excited. This is a bunch of bullshit.
There is much more to reality than we can perceive with our senses. And the human brain is quite capable of experiencing the true universe. In fact, it was specifically designed to do so. But the frequencies that would allow us to see the real world are being blocked. Instead, we're locked into the simple three-dimensional existence, but there is much more being withheld from us. If you believe in simulation theory, then these beings are the creators of the simulation. If you're religious, then these beings are demons or jinn.
But if we are able to see more of the reality, why are they holding us back? Is it because humans are like super powerful or something and they don't want us to overwhelm them? Is it some type of, because we're on a prison planet? There's so many different theories out here. I never heard of that one about reptilians using technology and the moon being a projection? A hologram, pretty much? Wow.
The government shutdown just leveled up, and now it's affecting airports and airlines across the country. Planes are being delayed, towers are looking empty, and air traffic controllers are gone. Why? Because they're not being paid. Chicago O'Hare is facing major delays because of ATCs, or air traffic controllers. You know, the ones that are guiding the planes in and out, telling the planes where and where to not go. Yes, those people are not getting paid, so they're not showing up for work. Even the Burbank Airport in California had to shut down because no one came into work.
this governmental shutdown is having a compound effect on everybody.
News right now at O'Hare, where the ongoing government shutdown could lead to flight delays. The Federal Aviation Administration says O'Hare has been hit by staffing shortages with air traffic control facilities and towers. And there could be delays due to those staffing shortages this evening. Controllers are considered essential workers, so they must work during the shutdown, but they're not getting paid.
To make sure we have air travel safe and controllers focused not on their mortgages, not on the next paycheck, not on food at the table, but actually on making sure you and your family are safe.
Burbank Airport in the Los Angeles area was forced to close its air traffic tower yesterday because it had 0 controllers on the job.
So let me get this straight, Mr. U.S. Secretary of Transportation. You don't want the workers to focus on their next paycheck. You don't want them to focus on their mortgage, and you don't want them to focus on how they're going to eat their next meal, but you want them to focus on getting people in and out of the airports. Right. That's going to make a lot of sense. That's exactly why you have no one showing up at the airports now. You hear this guy? But yeah, there are actually people out there who are going to work and they're not getting paid. This shit is crazy. It's here.
Give me the motherfucking 10K right now. We dealing with a government shutdown, currently at work, and we currently not getting paid. What the fuck is going on? I just want to cry.
Did you hear that, Sean Duffy? I hope you heard that. So let me know down in the comments below, y'all. I'm telling y'all, the shift is here. They feel it. They see it. Let's continue to get it. Peace out.
All I have to say about the government shutdown is this. Most politicians are out of touch. Even the ones you like, even the ones I like, they're out of touch. They don't know what it's like to live an everyday life like us. I guarantee you, if we took their salaries while the government was shut down, they didn't get paid, I guarantee you it would never be another government shutdown ever again. They don't care because we get shut down. That's a vacation for them. They chilling. They act like they don't work, but man, they ain't doing nothing.
I have 2 very interesting videos for you, and they are coming from different sides of the United States. The first one was captured in Florida around October 7th, 2025. A group of witnesses see these weird unidentified objects in the sky. And then you backpedal a little bit to the second video, and this is coming from the West Coast, specifically the Los Angeles area, Southern California, around October 5th, 2025. And these pair of witnesses capture what appears to be the same or similar type of UFO. Now, there is some controversy. People are indicating that maybe it's just skydivers with torches. You be the judge. Take a look at these videos, comment below, tell me what you think.
Yeah, that's definitely not normal, whatever that is.
Mira, ¿ves? ¿Ves lo que te digo? Mira.
¿Y no lo grabaste?
Ahí sí, lo estoy grabando.
Wow.
¿Ves? ¿Ves lo que te digo?
Oh my God.
Mira.
Eso. Hay a haber incendios, mira.
Sí. Mira, mira, como van.
Ya se separaron.
Se separaron, como si fueran cohetes, ¿no?
Santo, ¿dónde caería? Pero el rojo.
Do you want to know how fucked up this world that we live in really is? Look up CIA Satan and you will find Bloodlines of Illuminati. What you will find is 292 pages of what the absolute fuck information. Now, I want to point out one piece of information that everybody knows, which is Disney. Walt Disney. As you can see, you see Walt Disney right there? But let's look at the part that I highlighted. behind Disney's good front lies hard films, and if you don't know what those are, it's basically films where people are unalived for entertainment. White slavery. I don't even know what that is. White slavery. I guess it's what it sounds like. Illuminati, mind control, and the seduction of several into witchcraft. Disney's involvement in these kind of things. Hold on, I meant to highlight this part right here. Made hardcore corn that was made for years in secrecy for the elites. Now, this is the 209th page, so you can go and look this up for yourself and see that it is all right there in our faces. Do not forget to save this post, repost it, and like this post so it gets on other people's For You pages. But I just want to say that the world that we live in is truly, truly not what you think. It's so much darker than you could ever imagine, but this is just one document of hundreds of documents that I've had saved for the years and years. But, I think it's time for people to know the reality of what we're facing against especially ever since the veil is thinning more and more and more. People are seeing spirits, people are having supernatural experiences, and these people who are in control, this is all for entertainment purposes only, allegedly, even though it's right there. But, their technology that they're using, their supernatural technology that they're using, it's not working as well. We're able to see them. If you go to low vibrational places, you can see these fucking creatures out there, and that's all I'm gonna say. But this is all for entertainment purposes only. It's all alleged. I'm just some dude on the internet who tries to stay to himself. I don't really know anything.
I always found the CIA declassified files very interesting. I've read several of them. I'm actually thinking about making another channel about deep dives on conspiracy theories, and that won't be one of the first ones I would like to do. I did one on weather manipulation back in April, but I never put it on a second channel. So I'm thinking about putting it on a second channel. I think that'd be pretty fun to do. Very interesting. There's so many things and declassified files that most people don't know about because they just don't know. They just don't know. They don't care. But I think if I put it in video format, more people will be interested in it.
My life was not what it seemed to be, which is why I started looking into it. The Aryans and the purity of the blood, and what it's all about is that the blood and the menstrual blood contains something that is important for the propagation of this race that is controlling things on this planet. They're called the Illuminati. And the Illuminati are actually run by these 13 bloodlines, which are all of the royal families in Europe and England. And they need the blood because they are, in fact, not human. They take human shape. They are reptilians. And they need the blood. The blood helps them maintain their reptilian shape, and it helps them maintain their sanity, and it helps them to live in this world because they are not from this world. But what they need is, for it to be secreted in the blood, is they need terrorization of their victims. Before they are killed for their blood. And they have to terrorize them to get this to come out in the blood and be secreted in the blood. They are killed at that moment as they are staring into their eyes. And not only do they can't hold their shape when this happens. The human shape they cannot hold. They go back into reptilian shape as this is happening because it's like an animalistic type of excitement. Oftentimes they will just rip into the victim and eviscerate them and start eating the flesh of this person too, and the fat from the intestinal area is highly valued as they use it on their skin. And they will drink the blood, and the blood is highly sought after, and it goes according also to rank within these creatures.
Why it's increased since the ages?
So there are changes going on in the earth. It seems they're not able to hold their shape like they once were able to, and people see them shapeshift more and more, and they need the blood to try and maintain it, to try and maintain their human form. I believe there's a time coming that because of what I've been told, when they are not going to bother having to hold that human shape as they had to before, and they want that time to come. It's been about 4,000 years ago, the reptilians arrived here and again began to take over. And they instilled themselves in different places, underground in the earth, and also this one part of them, the ruling part, took over and became involved in the politics and in the religion, and started controlling through these means at that point in time. Reptilian, they come from another dimension. They actually they materialize from out of another dimension and are present at rituals, and they are so powerful, and their presence is there's such an evilness about them, and they want out of this other dimension. Old ones are called out, and they are what Christianity would have called the demons.
I wouldn't say it was like a direct inspiration, but we've heard that taxi driver saying it reminds me of like the Pit.
Just got to try on Amazon's new delivery glasses that they designed just for their drivers.
2 cameras over here, one in the middle and one on the left. And we've got a flashlight also that automatically turns on when there are low light conditions to help the driver in low light. The displays on the right hand side, which gives the delivery associate all the information that is required for that particular stop, and completely in their field of vision, so they don't need to look down on their phone. We've got a compute puck over here, which has all the AI models that are running behind the scenes. We've got magnetic connectors from this harness to the glasses, and when you wear them, you can get connected. A battery pack over here, which typically lasts the entire shift of the route, but they're completely swappable, so you can change them if you require them.
While at the event, I was able to talk to Casey, who's been using the glasses for a few months.
I just kind of look at the package, I'm like, okay, this is the correct one. Okay, this is not the right one. And then honestly, I was just able to move very smooth.
Inspiration from Fallout at all?
We've heard that. I wouldn't say it was like a direct inspiration, but we've heard that taxi driver saying it reminds me of like the Pit.
Who knows? Maybe Amazon's getting ready to deliver to the wasteland.
I have hundreds of drivers who've tested and worked with them. We are sort of trying to roll it out across the entire network.
Development is still way too early for Amazon to comment whether or not these will end up in the hands of consumers one day, but we can hope.
I used to do that job. You know how much I got paid for that? $16 an hour. Now this was like 2018, 2019, and it's like they give you that instead of giving you a good wage. And also, I feel like that tech is literally just designed to replace humans at some point. It's literally training the future AI that's going to do that job. How do I know this? Because I used to work before I got into doing this and going back to school and doing IT and got into the tech field. I used to work in robotics for Amazon. And let me tell you that eventually it's going to get to the point where robots are going to do all that. The robots were already on the floor moving the shelves around. I forget what they were called, these giant 1,000 pounds of product that was kind of on shelves. I don't remember what it's called, a long time ago. But eventually that got replaced by, instead of needing people to go out there and do it and have to wear this vest, it got to the point where we didn't even need to wear a vest anymore. I know I'm yapping too much, but I just feel like most of the new tech that we're getting and they're giving the workers is literally designed to train AI to eventually replace the humans. Oh, I'm sorry to pause this video. I know I never do that. But I just want to give some context for this video because it's going to be a little confusing. The description says that the reason why this mother is recording is because she wanted to record her daughter having night terrors, because that's currently what she's having, to show to the doctors, because the doctors are trying to say she's just going through something. It's not that serious. But they think it could be something more serious than night terrors. So let's continue watching. Sorry to pause.
I'm scared. Scared? Are we scared, baby? Come on, you pickle. Come here, pickle. Come pickle. It's okay. There's the vent right there, baby. See? The vent pushes the door. You're fine, okay? You big girl? If you're scared, just remember, baby Lenny's here, mommy's here. We're all gonna be together in the same house. It's gonna be okay. Let's go to bed. What's wrong, Cora? Sweetie, what are you afraid of? You're scaring me, honey. I don't see anything.
I don't think night terrors does that. That's crazy. I'll imagine it's very hard to close those blinds with Fisher lines and anything else, because that was all the blinds at once. They all close at the same time. So yeah, might want to move out of that place. It seemed like it's haunted or something.
Did y'all see what happened at the Giza pyramids? How they just watch. I got some spaceships to show y'all too, man. Hold on one second, but watch this. Look. What? You see that? Watch it. Watch it. You know what they say about this right here, don't you? You know what they've been talking about for a long time. Explain this. Look at this one right here. Watch. Did you see that? It went. Look. And what is that? Did that cause it? Look, you can see both of them. This is thermal image. They've been talking about things from the sky coming in, but look, these things in the sky have gotten really, really weird lately, okay? They've been doing things that they shouldn't do. This resembles the sigil of Lucifer. It really does look like the sigil of Lucifer, though. I mean, look at that. I mean, I'm just saying, man. All this stuff is just... Look at all the people there. Look how they're all just sitting there. Look at them. They've been showing this stuff for a long time. This right here was the Olympic situation. You remember that? The little Olympic show? Look around at all these people right here. What do they appear to be doing? You see the hospital beds over here? You see like, what is that? Is that like the Doom person or whatever? I'm just saying, man, there's just, once your eyes open up and you see stuff like this, it's absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, it really and truly is. Not to mention, Gates Foundation launches a microneedle patch. This is with the quantum dot, the little ID thing, the little digital ID stuff everybody's freaking out about. Are you going to take that?
Absolutely not. No way I'm not taking no quantum dot ID from no Bill Gates or anybody. It's crazy because people call you crazy when you point out, oh, that's a sigil of this, that's that. And then years later when it's true or get exposed, they still will act like they figured it out when you were the one who already knew because you've been doing your homework, right?
6 months now. No mold, no melt, no nothing, Nestle. What's going on with this anyway? Listen. Where's it at? Oh, there it is. Look at this. This right here, no joke. This is the real deal Nestle ice cream. I want y'all to look closely. Look at that right there. Are you joking me right now? Look, no mold, no melt. Listen, listen, listen. Yeah, you see that? That is insanity, man. Look, please. It's just crazy, man, how people still actually eat this stuff. I'm so glad we stopped eating it. We lost about 100 pounds apiece cutting this junk out, man. Seriously. Somebody said I should sell it like as wall art or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I can put it up on the wall. It's right here because it's like a 3D model. You know what I mean? I don't know what they put in it. A lot of y'all are going, you probably already commented, oh, it's not ice cream. It says frozen dessert. Ooh. I do this every time. But seriously, man, I don't care what it is. It does not need to be going in your body. It just doesn't. They should cut out all these dyes, all this junk, all this. What is that right there? Holy smokes, what is that? Oh, it's just, wait, is it glycerin? Wait, glistening? What the? Do y'all see that thing blinking right there? Somebody tell me what that is right there now. All right, boys, y'all want to buy this right here?
Yeah.
You do? Wait, you do?
Yeah.
What you digging in your pocket for, huh? Uh-huh, you ain't got no money, eh? Well, I guess you can't have any because you don't have any money. Look at it. Oh, what you... Yeah, see? Even he knows, man. What you think, Bill? You want to buy it? Bill said, no, I'm good. See, Bill's smart. So is Mav. Anyways, man. It's what?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Oh, wait. You gonna bite it? Okay, go ahead. No! Oh, boy, you're so silly, man. Ooh. He hit me in the... Buddy, wait a second. Wait. Whew. Anyways, so look, y'all. One more good look at this right here. Hold on. I just don't see how anybody in their right mind would want to eat this. I mean, just look at it, man. Look. No mold, no melt, no nothing. In all this time, it's been outside for 6 months. 6 months, y'all. I don't know. Well, let's just look at it for just a few more seconds before we stop the video, because, hold on. Look at that, how deep that hole is. Look at that thing, man. I mean, what's even in there? I wonder if can I get daggone? It's all squishy in there still. Dude, it is squishy in there. I'm not even kidding, man. Bruh. Ain't no way, Jay.
Yeah, regardless if it's not ice cream or whatever, the fact that there's so many preservatives in it that is able to keep it like that without it completely like just melting and disintegrating and turning into mush or whatever, and the fact that nothing, like no animals, no bugs, no nothing ate it, is crazy. Ever since I found out there was a difference between ice cream and frozen dessert, I only eat ice cream now. I didn't know. I actually used to really like those drumsticks. Like, I loved them. But once I found out, I had to stop eating them. And he's right. Once you stop eating stuff like that, you do start to lose weight for most people. So I believe it. So yeah, that is just imagine how much work your body has to do to even process whatever nutrients you would get out of that. And how much you would get a ton of waste out of your body, if you know what I'm saying, because of something like that. Think about how much your kidneys and your liver and all that would have to work just to get some nutrients out of that. To me, it's just not worth consuming. So that should just be illegal to be able to put that many preservatives into something, in my opinion. Because to me, at that point, it's not even real food. The only time it'll be useful, it was like the end of the world type stuff, you know?
What is going on with the Charlie Kirk thing? 3,000 people now have a gag order. 3,000! I've got some videos I'm gonna show y'all too. It's gonna blow your mind. Candace Owens, don't worry about the gag order in the Charlie Kirk. I plan to violate it. On the world's behalf, Candy? She's discovered things that will burn the house down. Charlie was betrayed by everyone. Oh, just wait. I've got so much. So I saw this right here. Look, Israeli IP addresses conducted unique Google searches of Dear Jay Amaro, the chief medical examiner over little Charlie Kirk's autopsy case. Josh Hammer, Tyler Robinson. But look at the dates on these. This is what's so important, y'all. The dates on these, okay? 5/17, 5/24, 5/10. Why were they searching up these people? I can understand Charlie Kirk, but why Why was Tyler Robinson's name being searched way back in May like that? May, June, July? And when there was Charlie Kirk didn't happen until September. Just kind of weird, isn't it? And the little landscape owner guy, look, back in June. You know, the one that redid this area right here is soon, like a few days after it happened on a Sunday. On top of that, he got the call. Come on, man. He was searched by the same area that I mentioned. I'm not going to say it again. It starts with I. Same thing. I mean, what's really going on, yo? I mean, what? Spitting on Christians. I'm fixing to show y'all a bunch of little clips. Watch this.
But in Bethlehem, the birthplace of Jesus, when Israel left and the Palestinian Authority came in, the Christian majority shrank from 80% to under 20% because there was no more Israel to protect them. We cherish our Christian friends. We protect the Christian holy sites, not only the Church of the Holy Spirit, but in...
We get spit on every day. Wearing a cross, you will get spit on in this neighborhood. You will get into fist fights.
What?
No, come on. Wait. Let me go in by there. Come on, bro.
Here's another one. Look. Here's another one. Watch.
That I know for the police that you were attacking me.
But you cannot do this. Don't take a picture. Take it down.
No, come
take
on.
It down.
This is not. You are touching me. I have no right to touch.
Is it okay to spit on Christians? On them? I don't know, I spit on the ground. Oh, so he spits on the ground if he sees a crucifix. That's all he does. He doesn't spit on them. Oh. It's an old tradition. I'm guessing he's saying it's an old, they don't practice it now. I mean, if you notice, the ones that were doing it were, just never mind.
I gotta watch what I say when I talk about politics, not because of what I think people are going to think about me. It's because of this platform. So all I gotta say is this. The way Kurt went out was suspicious. The other thing about people spitting on someone because their religion is different, to me, is just truly mind-blowing. What is this, like the 1100s or something? Like, who does that? But I mean, apparently those people do. But why do you care if somebody's religion is different from yours? I will never understand it. I think it's just... I think it's crazy. That's all I got to say about it. That's it for all the videos I got for today. I plan on doing a bunch of videos to the end of the month, so you might be seeing me every day until November the 1st. So have a good one. Take care. Peace.
Yo, I live by this fucking daycare, and I just want to show you this fucking logo. Why the fuck you got a pizza? The fuck?
Just come here.
Bro, what the fuck, bro?
That's 3 Gen Z icons.
Aren't you like 40?
No. Long time ago, I met this guy and made a deal where I get to stay 25 years old for forever.
What guy?
Tall fella, horns, red fur, I don't know, little hooves.
Keen, that's the devil, dude.
What? Nah, I thought it was like a Times Square Elmo or something.
So funny. Like I said, they throw it right in front of our faces and wonder why we question some of these things.
I think that everyone is going to have to take a hard look at where they want to be at this moment in history, as we're looking at efforts across the country to prevent people from being able to exercise their fundamental rights. Go ahead.
Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Okay, so I'm 32 and just found this out. I was scrolling on TikTok the other day and I saw someone say, if you see meat like that, where it's bubbled up, like this, that bacteria has built up in here. You don't want that, it's bad. Make sure you're getting ones that are like this, where it's literally touching the meat.
Venga. No, casi no.
Don't forget to follow me for your dose of nightmare fuel.
I read that you felt that the government was deliberately spraying cold germs in subways, was deliberately trying to make people ill with the AIDS virus. This is pretty serious stuff. Do you really feel that?
Well, that's a good question. Well, I'm with Barbara Walters now. Oh, that's a serious one. Okay, so I got to, because people are going to chase me after this. People are going to chase me. I believe that it is quite highly possible that the AIDS virus is a result of genetic warfare testing.
By American agents?
Absolutely.
Well,
am I a conspiracy theorist? I'm a conspiracy theorist, all right. Gosh darn. I didn't want to be a conspiracy theorist. I wanted to be regular.
I said, when I was 15 years old, my first girlfriend cheated on me.
Oh.
And I remember making a decision that nobody would ever cheat on me again. And the way I was going to do that is by being the biggest actor on earth.
Huh.
Right?
But well, didn't Jada cheat on you recently and then tell everyone about it?
It's crazy how he was decades ago and like what happened. But that last video, I'm pretty sure it's edited because a person and somebody blended into the background. Regardless, I'm sure somebody asked him that question.
Hey, do y'all remember the New York tunnels? You know, the dirty mattress and the high chair tunnels? The ones where people were popping out of the sidewalk. The one that was on the news for maybe one day and then no one ever talked about it again. Y'all remember that? What happened with all that? You know, reportedly there's tunnels everywhere. And we know about these tunnels. But then we just stopped talking about these tunnels.
The Imperial Treasury of Vienna attests that this is a real demon that has been trapped in glass since an exorcism that occurred in the 17th century. It is regarded as one of the few true evidences of a successful exorcism. It is described as a demon trapped in glass that was driven out during a possession and banished to this glass, and it is widely believed that the devil could take possession of a human body if released.
Hello? Hey, look, if you're just out here with me, you're fixing to end up in jail, you understand? So where are you? Nope, I'm getting the done with this man. Nope. Hell to the no.
If you're enjoying content like this, I make several videos out of the week. It would be so cool if you hit the sub button and join me on my next video.
The time has come. I'm just gonna break it quick. Doesn't matter anymore. The Illuminati's real. I'm a member. It's how Imagine Dragons got famous. I'm tired of the politics. This puts me at great risk being this out here and telling you guys this, but I believe in full honesty, and Beyonce is not talking, Chris Martin, nobody's saying a word, so putting myself in serious danger here, but I just want to get as many of these Illuminati names out as I can. Nicolas Cage, Danny DeVito, Reba McEntire, the Olsen twins, John Kerry, Zendaya, the list is...
That would make sense considering how generic and boring their music is. I don't know if that's really the lead singer or whatever. Let me know in the comments.
Well, guys, if you thought things couldn't get any weirder, TMZ is now reporting super tall beings in Brazil hanging out on some hills here. And this is actually from TMZ's legitimate Twitter account. They reported this morning. You can see in the corner there. This is a real clip from TMZ. Looks like there are giant Nephilim beings hanging out on the hillside in Brazil. So I would say the one thing to remember with this, don't go to that hill because they will eat you and possibly kidnap you. So steer clear of that. If anybody has any idea of what these things are, let me know.
Hey Chris, we can't help but notice the windows behind you. What do you see when you look out a window?
Let's see, I can see the world. I can see
where we are right now, which is just off the coast of South America. I can look up and see space, but plus through the window I can see the space station. I can see the big solar arrays and the pieces of the space station. But that way is universe, and that way is the world. And the world is this beautiful big blue curve. It's gorgeous. And it's really fun to float to the window and see South America right there out your window. It's like a present, like a gift every time that suddenly gets opened when you go to the window.
I'm no expert when it comes to space and technology that's used for space, but that window literally like something out of like a kid's show. The animation just looked so weird. And then the outside, why don't you just show us? Why can't you take the camera and then show us how the planet looked from where he was at? I don't know. Kind of weird to me.
What made the dinosaurs go extinct? Do you realize they're asking the wrong question? The question is not what made them go extinct. The question is, did they go extinct? No, they didn't call them dinosaur, though. They called them dragon. See, the word dinosaur wasn't made up till 1841. So for most of human history, these creatures are called dragons. Did you know dinosaurs not even in the dictionary in 1891? For most of human history, they were known as dragons. Now, dragons are mentioned in the Bible 34 times. What made the dinosaurs go extinct? Do you realize they're asking the wrong question? The question is not what made them go extinct. The question is, did they go extinct? No, they didn't call them dinosaur, though. They called them dragon. See, the word dinosaur wasn't made up till 1841. So for most of human history, these creatures are called dragons. Did you know dinosaurs not even in the dictionary in 1891? For most of human history, they were known as dragons. Now, dragons are mentioned in the Bible 34 times.
Kris Jenner is the new face of MAC makeup, but every time I see a picture of Kris Jenner, I ask myself how it's even possible to look like that. I don't understand how people can say she just had plastic surgery. That's impossible. When you're 70 years old, there aren't 50 ways to stretch the skin. I don't think it's just plastic surgery. Everyone tries to convince me there's some way to turn a 70-year-old woman into someone who looks 30. How is it possible that she looks younger than her own daughters in their 30s and 40s? Sure, some parts of the body can be worked on, but you can't make the skin on the neck look that young again. And if you thought Kris Jenner was the only one, she's not. It's the same with Martha Stewart. Everybody ages normally, then suddenly they seem to decide one day to look half their age. What's going on? Is there some kind of elite procedure to fix a flabby neck? Is this method being kept secret by the elites, while regular people like us don't get access to it? Like I said, at that age, such a shocking transformation shouldn't even be possible. And when you look at this version of Kris Jenner, she doesn't look anything like the person we used to see everywhere. She's become almost flawless at 70. But what's going to happen when she gets even older?
This is a public service announcement. Please share this information widely. There is an ongoing listeria outbreak in the United States that has spanned 15 states in the country. There have only been 20 cases, but 19 of them have resulted in hospitalizations and 4 have passed away due to this serious bacterial infection. The affected food products include Trader Joe's Cajun-style blackened chicken breast, fettuccine alfredo, Albertsons pasta salads, and Marketside beef meatball marinara linguine meals that are sold at Walmarts nationwide. If you are part of this recall, make sure that you clean all of the surfaces in your refrigerator or anywhere where the food may have touched, because Listeria can spread and linger around. If you are pregnant, over 65 years of age, or are immune compromised, you are at highest risk of getting severely ill with fever, headache, fatigue, confusion, convulsions. It can be life-threatening. Symptoms usually start within 2 weeks of exposure, but sometimes can occur rather quickly. So it's important to make sure that you check your refrigerator to see if you have any of these food products and throw them out.
You can't have nothing. There's always some type of recall all the time. You better off just drinking water and eating plants. And even then, that might give you E. coli or something.
There is this new Palantir commercial ad that just came out that you guys need to check out. You guys do remember who Palantir is, right? The new data integration company that's helping the Department of Defense, the IRS, the DOD, DOGE, and all the, and ICE, the people who handle immigration. But check this thing out, y'all. This is crazy.
Good morning, citizens. Your overnight account balances have been updated. Time to start a productive day. Final notice, your account balance is below 500. You need 50 credits by the end of the day to avoid automatic eviction. If you have missed work due to illness, you must provide a doctor's note to reclaim your credits. worth the consequences. All of their newest social credit systems are designed to keep you and your family safe and efficient.
Authorities seized a record balance of an individual's credits, citing excessive hoarding.
Traffic violation detected. 7 miles per hour over the limit. 75 credits have been automatically deducted.
You have to be fucking kidding me.
Yep, you got the flu. Your blood work shows a significant iron deficiency. I recommend incorporating more red meat into your diet.
Dr. Jones, your taxes were not filed and have been automatically deducted with late fees. Your medical license has been revoked.
Oh, hell nah, I filed an extension.
Purchase denied. Monthly red meat allowance exceeded. Try mealworms instead. Attention. Unauthorized political gathering detected. Participants' access to financial services has been suspended. Due to the speeding infraction, your car will be immobilized for 3 days.
Fuck you! Take your surveillance policies and rot in hell!
You've earned 50 bonus credits for reporting your neighbor's hateful misconduct. This content exceeds your current social credit tier. May we suggest citizen responsibility? Sarah, open the door. You have been identified by the authorities. Don't resist. Don't resist. Don't resist.
There is this new Palantir commercial ad that just came out that you guys need to check out. You guys do remember who Palantir is, right? The new data integration company that's helping the Department of Defense, the IRS, the DOD, DOGE, and all the, and ICE, the people's handling immigration. But check this thing out, y'all. This is crazy.
Good morning, citizens. Your overnight account balances have been updated. Time to start a productive day. Final notice, your account balance is below 500. You need 50 credits by the end of the day to avoid automatic eviction. If you have missed work due to illness, you must provide a doctor's note to reclaim your credits.
Any extra credits? Please.
Tensions are high today, with more people planning to join the Citizens Against Digital Control protest. Remember, the government knows who you are at all times. Resisting is not worth the consequences. All of their newest social credit systems are designed to keep you and your family safe and efficient.
Authorities seized a record balance of an individual's credits, citing excessive hoarding.
Traffic violation detected. 7 miles per hour over the limit. 75 credits have been automatically deducted.
You have to be fucking kidding me.
Yep, you got the flu. Your blood work shows a significant iron deficiency. I recommend incorporating more red meat into your diet.
Dr. Jones, your taxes were not filed and have been automatically deducted with late fees. Your medical license has been revoked.
Oh, hell nah, I filed an extension.
Purchase denied. Monthly red meat allowance exceeded. Try mealworms instead. Attention. Unauthorized political gathering detected. Participants' access to financial services has been suspended. Due to the speeding infraction, your car will be immobilized for 3 days.
Fuck you! Take your surveillance policies and rot in hell!
You've earned 50 bonus credits for reporting your neighbor's hateful misconduct. This content exceeds your current social credit tier. May we suggest citizen responsibility? Sarah, open the door. You have been identified by the authorities. Don't resist. Don't resist. Don't resist.
That was a not so good commercial. That was literally hellish to me. If I had to live in a place like that, which I would fight to make sure it wouldn't happen, I don't know what I would do. That literally like something from a sign sci-fi video game I would play. That looks horrible. And then they making a commercial about it. That's just wild to me. Wow.
Y'all, this David situation is getting out of hand. I'm starting to think this man may get away with this shit. As much evidence points to this man, I don't see why he's not arrested. I didn't hear all the things on why he's not arrested, but it's not making sense to me. Do it make sense to y'all? And then it's like they trying to put out these videos trying to make it seem like it wasn't him. Like TMZ put out a video of her allegedly arguing with the neighbors before she ultimately went missing. And I'm looking like, bro, what was the point of this video? I'm lost, fool. The girl was found in his Tesla in the trunk. Well, the frontal trunk. They say he was on tour when it happened. They already debunked that. You wasn't on tour yet, fool. If he get away with it, y'all, I hope y'all know what it is, right? If you know where I'm going with that, leave it down below in the comments. And drop a 1 if you think he gonna be guilty, and drop a 2 if you think he gonna get away with it.
What they trying to say now, if you don't know anything about some of the story after what he said, is that it's another person that got the same name as the girl who got. So that's what they trying to say, like, oh, it wasn't her. He actually was with the other girl. The other girl is still alive, and she's over 18, and blah, blah, blah. Regardless, it was still in your trunk. And if you listen to his music, which I haven't, but unfortunately, browsing, finding videos for this channel, I came across some of his music when he was talking about him. And a lot of his music is disturbing. The things talk about it, pretty much talk about the girl, like he had an obsession with her, and how he was going, put an end to it, if you know what I mean. So, regardless, innocent until proven guilty, but it ain't looking good.
Tell me why all these celebrities have been showing up with what looks like to be a hidden ankle monitor. Perhaps this has something to do with what P. Diddy has gotten up to lately, because it's not just Oprah who has one of these. Ellen DeGeneres and many other celebrities have been caught with what looks to be an ankle monitor. And this goes into the whole boot phenomenon, where some people theorized that they actually had to wear these to hide a ankle monitor beneath them because of a secret court order, but they also had to show up some days with a boot on the wrong foot to be like a secret reveal to the public that they had been compromised somehow. They even got Arnold on here. This was all even reported on in the news. And then there was this weird moment on Oprah's show where all these celebrities showed up and they all raised their hands the same way. Here, I'll show you the full clip because I thought it was super weird.
There's Bryan Cranston.
He does not look happy to be here.
Where are you? Bryan Cranston!
There was the two hands there.
I believe that two different conspiracies, which I don't believe are conspiracies, blend together and that they are told to us in the Bible.
If you are easily offended, this is not the video for you. We are called to be wise as serpents and gentle as doves.
Proverbs 30 says, the lizard you can take in your hands, yet it is in kings' palaces. Why would David say this? I think I know why. Reptilian overlords. And I understand that that sounds absolutely bonkers if this is a new idea to you.
There's still kind of a reptilian side of our brain.
So every single culture ever has pictures drawn, painted, and writings that include shape-shifting reptilians. So we're going to take it back from the beginning, but I want you to remember that Satan appears as an angel of light. How would Satan appear that way? Because he can shapeshift, maybe?
I don't need to debate any Christian. I was a Christian. I am a Muslim. If you want, I can give you both sides, easy. But he will ask you if you delivered the message. I'll play both parts. I'll be the Christian, you tell you this, and then I'll be the Muslim, you give the answer.
Genesis 3, the serpent was very crafty and he deceived Eve. Eve was living with God, who is the source of all intelligence. I have a really hard time believing that Eve would be speaking to a snake on the ground or some kind of like actual dragon or anything that looked like something that she would know better. I believe that this is the first occurrence of a shape-shifting reptilian.
I work for UNICEF, which is an amazing organization that works in over 150 countries, and my job was to meet with teenagers who were living in exclusion, who were living in extreme poverty or living with HIV, and write their stories.
So you saw the eyes, but the face? I believe that the conspiracy theorists have always been right. It's liquid crystal. It's how they disguise themselves. I know I sound crazy, but I do truly believe that this is the truth, and the truth is stranger than fiction. Monitor lizards have a similar thing that they do with something that's very similar to the concept of liquid crystal.
Kenneth Copeland is highly obvious. Look at the eye shape, look at how he is. This is a reptilian. But most people are already showing that they would not recognize a snake if it looked like an angel of light with Christian theology.
Here to say welcome to the spiritual war. If you're not aware of it, put on the armor, stand your post, you're a woman of the word.
Watch the eyes and the teeth. The eyes are shifting to reptile eyes and the teeth are sharp and reptilian. I'm not saying this to be a bully. I think that she's very obviously beautiful, but I do not think that this situation is at all what we think it is. Jesus already destroyed all of these beings on the cross, but now it's up to us to not follow them when they appear on TV or social media.
Never heard of crystal liquid before, but maybe that's why the cameras can pick it up sometimes. Maybe some type of frequency or something, or how fast the camera flicker that some of the frames are capturing these shapeshifters. I don't know. That's just a very bizarre thing to think about, that it could be some reptilian overlords controlling everything. It kind of would make sense with how the way this year has been going, but it don't explain like decades ago when things were going. But even in decades ago, people thought things were going really bad too, so I don't know.
Well, we know why they selected Bad Bunny to perform the halftime show at the Super Bowl. Well, I don't know about y'all, but I know. But if you know like me, leave it down below in the comments. I mean, it's obvious. It's right there in your face. I don't know. You got eyes, right? You can see. You can see why, right? He played their game to the best of his abilities. And as you can see, they rewarded him by letting him perform at the halftime, y'all. Look at the picture. Just take a look at the picture, y'all. Bad Bunny finna be doing his thing on stage. On the biggest platform. But y'all see why, though. People is not understanding, like, why Bad Bunny? Come on, I mean, it's obvious. He paid his dues and they wanted to select him. He was really committed to his craft, y'all. To rising up in the rankings. So all in all, y'all think they grabbed the right person? Let me know down below in the comments. This shit crazy, fool.
I don't watch sports, but I know that type of artist shouldn't be in no Super Bowl. That's just what I think. Especially since he don't even sing in English, right? It's not songs in Spanish. I don't know, weird, but I think we all know why. You saw the all-seeing eye and things like that.
58 million pounds. Okay, that's how much food Hillshire Brands just recalled because it could unalive you. Hi, I'm Monty, and I track recalls so you don't have to. This one's very serious. Hillshire Brands is pulling every kind of corn dog and sausage on a stick that they make. We're talking nationwide. Grocery stores, restaurants, schools, even military facilities. Why? Because pieces of wood were found inside the batter, and not just once. There's been multiple complaints. At least 5 people were hurt before the recall went public. That means if you or your kids grab these from the freezer, you can literally bite into splinters and have very serious consequences, including choking, broken teeth, or internal injuries. This is a Class 1 recall. It's the top level, the most serious kind of recall. If you have these, don't mess around. Throw it out. We're dealing with over 30 active recalls this week. It's a lot. I have all of them listed on my Substack newsletter, Recalled. You can link in my bio or go to itsrecalled.substack.com. We have photos, contact information, an explanation of what's happening in plain English, and all of the information on the packaging that you need to look for to ID these products with lot numbers, expiration dates, plus links to the government press releases. It's free to subscribe. Please tell a friend. Check it out and stay safe.
I know some people might think these recalls are boring. It has nothing to do with the type of videos I have on this channel, but the reason why I put them on here is so you guys can see them. You might not be aware. I'm not aware of them, so I just broadcast it to them, as many people as I can. But imagine the wood in the batter. How does that even happen in the manufacturing or cooking process? That's just seemed like super neglect.
So the rapture is back on schedule. And I don't want y'all to get on here and say the pastor was wrong for telling people the rapture was going to be September 23rd, because he wasn't. Allegedly. See, it's a little deeper than you think. See, where everybody went wrong was September 23rd on the Gregorian calendar is the September 23rd we're thinking. Nope. But what he was talking about was September 23rd on a Julian calendar. That's the calendar that they're saying that Jesus used. The Julian calendar. So in all actuality, the rapture allegedly is going to be on October the 7th or the 8th. You ain't just hear what I said, right? They were using the wrong calendar. Get it? So for all the people that gave away their cars, their houses, their money, their children, don't feel bad. You just gave them away at the wrong time. You were supposed to give them away next month instead of this month. Rapture Talk is back with a vengeance. They are talking about the Julian calendar. Now, I'm not making fun of anybody. I just want you to know that if you do see people flying in the sky, if you do see people ascend, don't be surprised. October 7th, October 8th. I'm out.
You know how many times I've heard that since I've been born. I'm 38. I've heard it at least like 5 times since I was a kid. No one can predict or will ever know when that's going to happen, from my understanding of it.
Under our noses, they did a live child auction at the 2014 Oscars, and then we all laughed.
Hi. Hey, Jeffrey, how are you?
And then she says hello to Jeffrey Epstein at the beginning.
How's everybody doing? Good? Is anybody hungry? I just feel like everybody's got to be hungry right now. Good. I was hoping you'd say that, because I have this crazy idea that I will order pizza. And so if I do, I don't want it to go to waste. Who will eat pizza if I... Jennifer? Yes? Harrison? Yes? All right. 2 large? What do you think? I'm going to order some pizza. That's what I'll do.
And then the money in the hat part was like mocking the church. And then the names like Kevin Spacey, Weinstein, like none of that aged well.
So I borrowed Pharrell's hat, and I thought I'd pass it around and get some money for the pizza, because nobody ever really... What do you have, Harvey? 200? Sorry? Sorry? Let's see, what do you have, John? What you got, 20? You got it?
20. That's for you.
Thanks so much.
And then notice that she changes to white when she serves the pizza. And you know what party is all white?
Come on down. We have cheese. We have different kinds. Who's hungry? Who's going to eat on the side? Okay. Cheese, that's a cheese. Yeah. Julia wants cheese. Who's your favorite movie star? They're here. Who do you want to talk to? The whole thing? All right, great. And then I don't have any money. Who here has... Sandy? Where's Harvey Weinstein? Harvey. No pressure, only 1 billion people watching. Whatever you feel is right.
It's like they had an inside joke that they thought would never get out. Like they went really overboard with the pizza obsession, which I feel like makes it more suspicious.
Yeah, I think she wanted something. None of those people age well in that clip. It's crazy. 11 years later, and all the people they named all are like not in good places. They all got canceled, caught, exposed for what they are. Even Ellen, this is mind blowing. Like they knew what they was doing. Such weirdness in Hollywood. I look forward to one that doesn't exist anymore.
Something huge is about to go down. Don't believe me? Stay and see. We are quite literally living a repeat of WW2. What you saw behind me was General Patton's speech to the Third Army right before D-Day. What are the odds, y'all? And it gets a lot crazier. In just a few seconds, I'm going to show you some remarks from Pete and also from the president. But right before I do, I need to show you what's going on. So when I show you their remarks, it'll make sense. So the president just talked about how he sent 2 submarines over there by Russia, right? At the same time, Hamas has 48 hours left to accept the deal, or basically, with his backing, be obliterated by that other place in the Middle East. My friends, that's not all. He's also talking about a land invasion into Venezuela. Who in the world knows why? Well, we know why. He told us it's because the cartels. Speaking of, just a few hours ago, Yemen came out saying that they're going to start targeting our oil in the Middle East. You saw what I showed you, right? Putin already said he's done playing games with NATO, and also we're sending all these aircraft over to the Middle East again while this is happening. Pause it. What's going on? And guess what? The last time this happened a few months ago, Iran was attacked. It's Iran. Shut up. And then the meeting with the 800 top military leaders in the U.S. meet in a fashion just like his speech right before D-Day. I mean, look at the background. What? It could not be more obvious. And this right here is just bizarre. It's like we're living a literal repeat. I just did a whole bunch of digging to see if these guys were related, and they're not. Maybe not by flesh, at least. This whole thing is very weird. And now, since you're up to speed, let me show you these remarks.
Truth. To ensure peace, we must prepare for war. From this moment forward, the only mission of the newly restored Department of War is this: warfighting.
And I leave you with this. What does it sound like he's insinuating?
Your secretary. And I will continue to pray this prayer for each of you as you command and lead our nation's finest. Go forth and do good things, hard things. President Trump has your back, and so do I. And you'll hear from him shortly.
You know, this isn't a political channel, and I don't want to get political. Why can't they just focus on helping us? Why do we need to go out and be a bully and fight all these other countries? Why can't we just focus on the United States? You know, we were focused on education, science, the things we used to focus on like a century ago. This country would prosper way more than it could right now. I mean, way more than it ever did right now. That's just what I think. We should be focusing mainly on middle class people, everyday folks, blue collar, white collar, whatever you want to call them. The working class need help. That's just what I think. The rest of that stuff to me is invalid.
If you still think the three-fingered mummies are a hoax after this, there is no saving you. This is easily one of the biggest stories of the year. This is why. There's actually 7 of these mummies, and they were found in southern Peru. The reason why these are so controversial is because they genetically have 3 fingers and 3 toes. There's enough tissue on these things to get very good samples. But in that tissue, like Sebastian here, are implants. His are made from osmium and cadmium. We only discovered those 100 years ago. They have elongated heads. Some have implants. This is really interesting because one specimen, Montserrat, was pregnant. The fetus already has an elongated head, one of 2 feti that we know of these creatures. This completely rules out head binding. You can't do that in the womb. Our fingers have very distinct patterns. Their fingers just have lines, straight lines across them. I posted this video the other day talking about these guys, and apparently I triggered a bunch of people because I said these things were real. I didn't determine this. These guys determined this. David Ruiz is the former president of forensic medicine in Peru. Dr. Jose is the head of forensics for the Mexican Navy. John McDowell is the former president of the American Academy of Forensic Sciences. Just won an award for being so good at it. Using this, they sequenced the DNA, then compared it with the known genomes in the U.S. National Library of Medicine. In Maria, 97% of those were identified, 30% matched Homo sapiens. What does that mean? Maria is likely a hybrid organism or a new species. Hoax claims are slowly getting retracted. Here's why.
Well, the only reason you think that these are a hoax is because a journalist, remember the guy who was talking about UFO sightings around the Nazca lines? A guy named Manuel Caceres made wooden figurines that he glued together, dedicated to the Nazca mummies, to sell to tourists. These little trinkets, pieces of touristic art, meant to resemble the real mummies. These were confiscated at the Lima airport in 2023.
This is way bigger than disproving a hoax. Ancient Andean art depicts three-fingered beings all over the place in textiles and even carvings all the way up to Utah. Now, the burials are strange. They're in caves and open-air cemeteries, but the strangest ones by far are the Cholpas. They look like grain silos, but they are completely filled, and they use megalithic masonry techniques, the same that we see in ancient Egypt, like in the Osirian. But the link goes deeper. There's strong evidence for elongated heads in Egypt as well as Peru. And even though there's a shared iconography between pretty much every ancient culture, the one between the Peruvians and the Egyptians is very strong. These guys may try and deceive you by pushing a hoax for some reason, but I'm not going to add to that garbage. All of my research has sources cited at the bottom of the page. And Jesse Michaels actually went there and did some phenomenal research. You have to check out this video. It's an hour and a half long. I linked it on my YouTube page if you want to go find that. Or get it straight from the source, tridactyls.org. They have all of the research papers, documents, videos I used in this video. It's all there. So yeah, sticks and stones may break mummy bones, but Waka Flocka like my video.
I just wish we get to the point where we just know, like 100% know, like there's no more debate about what's going on with human history, aliens, and all these other hybrid entities that could or wasn't around back in the day.
Okay, I'm convinced we absolutely have an alien false flag on the way. I'm about to show you alleged aliens being broadcasted all over the United States. But it gets so much deeper than just that. The timing of the shutdown, a whole bunch of other weird stuff. Locking up the files until 2099? I hope you can hear around the dumb music they used.
I had the same thing on my...
What even was that? Like, what? And this was heard all over different broadcasts around America. We're about to get into how the shutdown affects all this, but at the same time, we're having some magnetic anomaly all over the place, and even weird frequency patterns all over Australia. And then we have this new moon that just shows up. By the way, yeah, we were seeing two moons. They were just telling us that we were delirious, but it was there. The timeline glitching, the Schumann frequency, I mean, everything. And now we have this shutdown that's making it so almost no agencies are able to get information on this 3-eye atlas. But you want to know something wild about that? They just stashed most of the information, most of the pictures, the data, the videos, everything, and they locked it until 2099. Remember, it's supposed to be the closest to Earth right on Hallows Eve, the night before Halloween. And the craziest part, right in time for peace. When they say peace and safety, right?
What's happening? This is starting to irritate me, you guys. What happened here? Why? What's going on in Hollywood? Why are the men looking like this and the women are aging backwards? It's like they are getting their souls sucked from their body. This is giving me totally weird vibes. Articles are coming out about Bradley Cooper and Gigi Hadid on a date, and I'm like, where's Bradley Cooper? He looks like Zac Efron if Zac Efron was to age naturally. It's totally creeping me out. This guy is not Bradley Cooper. This is the Bradley Cooper I remember. How are we going from this to this? And look at his eyes, guys. They look completely glazed over. It's like there is no emotion behind them whatsoever. And I know a lot of people in my comment section are gonna be like, well, he's 50 years old. He's aging. This is what he looked like in 2024. What happened? Light in the eyes. He looked like himself. And now, not the same. Not the same in the least bit. How does this happen in less than a year? I also noticed that there are variations of Bradley Cooper where he never looks the same, and it made me wonder, does Bradley Cooper have doubles? There was an article that came out with Bradley Cooper stating Bradley Cooper looks unrecognizable with this scruff, and I agree. He doesn't look anything like his original self. But if this is what Bradley Cooper looks like with scruff, then why does he look recognizable with scruff in this picture? But then he doesn't look the same in this picture as he does in this picture. What's happening here? Why is Bradley Cooper looking like a different character everywhere I turn? I'm really trying to find the original. But this is always how I remember Bradley Cooper looking. What in the world happened?
It's simple. When a man gets older, according to the entertainment industry, it doesn't matter, because if you want to go red pill, whatever the crap, their value go up. So they don't really care about them looking old. So they probably don't really focus on how to perfect plastic surgery and things like that with them. With the women, most women value is based on their beauty, unfortunately. So, and this is talking about entertainment, by the way. I've heard it 1,000 times. So they are more inclined to get surgeries to make themselves look younger, and the surgeons probably are more comfortable and probably have way more procedures that might work better for women. But if you want to go deeper than that, the only thing I can think of is, how do you age that fast within a year? Is either he doing something, like some type of medication or something, or like I said, the plastic surgery just don't work that well on them. But some people like to say that the men are losing their life force and giving it to the women. I don't know what to believe when it comes to Hollywood.
It's very strange. All these men that were the inventors of the rockets and stuff, they're all very into the occult. And so one guy, Jack Parsons, who is called America's rocket godfather, basically he's the one that started the rocket program in the United States. He was part of this organization called the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. He was basically underneath Aleister Crowley.
No way.
He had his own chapter in California. So Aleister Crowley, he joined the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, where he was trained in ceremonial magic. But this guy, Jack Parsons, he said that through the ceremonial magic and whatnot, him, just like others, like the Nazi Party, these Russian engineers, they all received this information about going to space and going to the stars from different entities.
Oh, come on.
They said it was never our knowledge. It was gifted to us. They called them like downloads and stuff. That was just a weird thing to me, this connection of like pretty much the same exact time all over the world, these engineers were receiving these revelations from entities being like, you have to conquer space, conquer the stars, this is how you're going to do it. And they all built these rockets around the same time. Just crazy to me. I also discovered that Buzz Aldrin, along with a ton of astronauts, a ton of NASA directors, were all 33-degree Freemasons. And Buzz Aldrin, when he landed on the moon, with him, one of his belongings that he brought was a tiny little silk flag that was from the Freemason Scottish Rite movement, the 33-degree Masons. Super weird.
What are we doing?
Really weird thing. One of these test pads where they tested the Apollo missions was test pad number 33, and there's only one runway at NASA. Only one runway. It's not runway 1, not runway A. It's runway 33.
Why?
Super weird.
I don't get it, man. This is just beyond me. I hate it.
Numbers have very powerful meanings. Look into numerology and you will understand. But when it comes to what they refer to downloads, I've heard it before from Nikola Tesla. He talked about how universe spoke to him, and that's how he learned these things. If you look at a lot of great inventors, a lot of their things, they seem to invent the issues they have with it or obstacles. They all seem to get the answer when they're asleep. And you know what they say, when you're asleep, that's when you're connected to the spiritual realm the most. So maybe when they were doing this magic or whatever they were doing, the aliens, entity, whatever universe spoke to them through that way. Because if you look at the way how meditation work, or most meditation requires you to go into like not a trance, but you get really relaxed. And you know, sometimes they say when you get really relaxed, the wavelengths in your brain, they shift. I think they go to like delta waves. And people say, from the information that I learned online, that delta waves are once again the closest. I think it's delta. It's delta or theta. It's delta or theta. I could be wrong. Somebody will let me know in the comments. That's the closest to the spiritual realm. So that's how they get the information. They say all inventions for mankind is in the universe, is what some people say. I'm not saying it's true. It's just things I've read over the year and things I've seen on TikTok from finding videos for this channel. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, please.
Seriously, guys, this is really weird. This is the strange pulse being emitted at the moment from Antarctica over the last 24, 48 hours. This is really strange. October 12th, Sunday, this was noticed through until Monday the 13th. As you can literally see, a giant energy wave is moving north. A massive pulse seems to appear on radar footage and various other instruments, irradiating from Antarctica, spanning more than 6,000 miles. I mean, look at it. This is really weird, guys. I mean, whatever is generating this pulse is very, very powerful. So I've managed to, I did post a video about this earlier, but this is the actual footage, time-lapse footage of the pulses over the last 24 hours or so, coming from Antarctica, literally spreading over Australia as well. This is so strange. I mean, what could these be? I think some people out there have probably got a good idea, because this is a really strange thing. There is evidence that potentially they might have some sort of technology based at Antarctica that could possibly be causing this. That was whistleblown by somebody that used to work at a base in Antarctica over the last few years, which I've seen video footage of, but that's not definite. That was just somebody saying on a video, so we don't know if that's 100% true or actually real. But this certainly gives credence to something, because it is really weird, guys. I mean, literally look at how the pulses are literally forming and coming from Antarctica, caught on various instruments. It's so strange. What the fuck is causing that? Seriously.
Some of you guys won't believe me, but I've been telling you guys this for quite some time, that we live in a cosmic video game, and the sky that you see is actually an LCD screen. And if you don't believe me, check this video out over here. This guy was recording this weird anomaly in the sky, right? I don't know what this is, right? But he captures something even more magnificent. The sky goes from this hazy gray purplish color to completely blue. This is in Dublin, Ireland, y'all. Excuse me. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Look at this, y'all. Let me replay it back for you guys. There are no cuts or nothing. It startled him, so he moved the camera. But it goes from this. Look at this. What happened? Where did this thing go? What? I've been telling y'all this. Our sky is alive and it is aware. It's a sentient being, just like every other thing in this world. They told us in the movie 3 Body Problem that our sky is alive. Check this out.
Stefan, are you awake? Awake and aware. I understand my purpose. I am ready to return to my original size. Please proceed.
Now look at that, right? Kind of like the same thing we just seen, right? Look at this anomaly. A lot of people are in for a rude awakening, because I've been telling you guys for quite some time that we live in an artificial matrix, a cosmic simulation video game. A lot of your neighbors, they're not real. This government, they're not real people. They're just projected simulation holograms. That's literally what they are. Quantum physics states alone that physicality is not real. And this is what a lot of people are about to figure out. We're literally souls having a physical human experience. We're watching the dissolution of this matrix in real time. That's why the sky is falling. Y'all see the sky closer. Y'all notice that, right? The clouds are on the floor. Let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it. You see it. You feel it. Peace in.
So he's saying the LCD screen is sentient. I would imagine if this is a simulation, it'd be a lot better than the LCD screen. I know I'm just nitpicking, because some of the stuff he say just be very weird to me. Now, could the sky be sentient? It's possible. You never know. This could be a simulation. I do believe that our souls that are having a physical experience. I do believe that. Because let me ask you a question. Sometimes when you're not going down the right path, maybe you're being lazy, maybe you're just stressed out, maybe things just aren't working for you that well. Do you have something like it's a strong drive that want to put you in another direction? Like it's almost like your soul is screaming. Have you ever experienced something like that? I have. So that's why I believe that we are definitely living physical experience, but we are all souls. So let me know if you ever had experience like that. Let me know in the comments.
And also, look at that little entrance hidden into the cliff of a mountain. Hopefully it's an underground tunnel that leads us into the pillbox. Real life video game right now. There best be a loot chest in here. Let's get a head torch on and head in and see where this leads us. This is crazy. Well, we have certainly found a military underground bunker on top of a mountain. That's a first for me. Let's go inside, see what we can find. Big old metal door. Crazy cool. So many flies on the wall. Whoa. This is crazy. This is so much bigger than I thought. This is a real network. Got another little thing here. I mean, there's tons of flies. Don't know if they're coming up on camera. Flies love this bunker. Lots of little storage on either side. Obviously here they could run wires across. Obviously electricity was going through here. What effort to build this in top of a mountain. Oh my goodness. Huge storage room. Wow. This is nuts, right? Yeah. This is crazy. Okay, here we go. This really was not part of the plan at all. There's a lot of secrets buried into this mountain, obviously. Okay. I think we are at the pillbox. Oh, we are, look. Whoa. Oh my goodness, look at all this. Oh, look at this one. You can see here they have the actual mount still here. They have a big machine gun able to swivel here. And check out this view. Oh. God, wow, look at this one. Big metal one. So this would have had a very large gun, obviously. Maybe even like a small tank turret type gun. See here where it would have been mounted partly. But built of. And again, just aiming out into the mountains itself. I can't believe this. What a surprise. Okay, here's the other way we can go. Here we initially came from there, so this is the other one. It's such a maze. Oh my goodness, this goes on forever. Okay, another exit. Nice. Whoa, we are out.
I can't tell, some people are just foolish or really brave. It's no way I would do that. What if he would have got lost? That thing was huge. I hope he was backtracking the whole time. I guess he could look at the footage and see which turns he made or whatever, but I mean, you don't know what was in there. I don't know. I'm glad there's people out here that explore things for us so we will never have to experience ourselves, that we can experience through them. But man, I wouldn't have enough courage to go do that personally.
Everybody calls me crazy when I say a synagogue of reptilians, or when I bring up the fact that yes, shape-shifting reptilians are biblical. The Bible starts with a shape-shifting, deceptive reptilian. It ends with the same. You have David saying things like, lizards are in king's palaces. Jesus repeatedly calls the same exact group reptiles, serpents, vipers, says that they've created a den of thieves. And he only refers to one specific group in this way. So we have this incident in New York City a couple years back, and then we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles who live in the sewers underneath New York City, and they eat pizza. I also just saw a trailer. They're coming out with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Chrome. It shows them literally morphing into Nephilim. Like they grow extra fingers and stuff and they become gigantic. But I want to show you this movie I came across on YouTube because I actually cannot believe how upfront it is.
Unfortunately, I can't show that clip because I'm pretty sure it's going to get a strike on my channel because of copyright. It pretty much was showing anime of reptilians pretty much eating people. Long story short, you could check out her TikTok if you want to see the entire video. The name is on the side. You could just type it in on TikTok if you use TikTok. But I think she has a YouTube too, so she might have it on YouTube.
crystal polarization, and it's connected to the shape-shifting reptilians, or connected to spirit demons possessing people from my research, and reptilians, like spirit reptilians. At the end, I'll show you. Now, you can see with the black and white pixelization, you used to be able to find this all over in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s, but a lot of this liquid crystal polarization has been removed from the internet, scrubbed, so you can't really find any of it anymore. This one, look at his face turn into a skull. He's got like a 666 mudra on his hand. And this is connected to, the black and white is connected to the duality. And you can find this stuff in like the cult videos like Twin Peaks, where they talk about this. This guy right here, he drew a picture of a demon and wanted to show the demon as he is connected to one of these reptilian shapeshifters. Now, somehow, the older digital used to be able to pick up what these lizard spirit things are. They're also connected to the jesters that you meet on DMT, or the machine elves, which in my theory, people who use adrenochrome and connect to these things and see them way better and actually conversate with them. That's what the elites do, and that's how they have sold their soul for the riches of this world, by connecting to these demons that connects to your soul through the top of your head into your spirit, to your etheric being. And you see his face changes into like a skull, lizard, demon face, the black and white. Very good depiction right there. Now, I found this book. It was talked about the, Revelations. It shows here these black and white lizards attached to people's top of their heads through the aura in their spirit. These are unseen, but they're there. And if you have a weak soul, weak mind, they're the ones who tempt you with anger and other things. Now, this is from a book from 1118, supposedly, according to the mainstream history. And all I could find was a few different pages. And I haven't translated the language, so I don't know if what they're telling the story is actual. So there it is, liquid crystal polarization, black and white reptilian lizards.